I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
How about this, Cowboys?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a small Friday edition.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Did it not register?
No.
It didn't.
I don't know why.
Sadly, yesterday afternoon, after I woke from my mid-afternoon nap, I went to sleep in my brain on Wednesday, woke up on Thursday. So for about an hour and a half there, I was prepping for a football game. I was getting ready for a Viking-Eagle game that didn't happen. About 6 o'clock, I started looking for the pregame, and it wasn't there. So I realized, sadly, that it was still on Wednesday.
Realizing that it's Wednesday, thinking it's Thursday, that sucks.
Well, I knew it was Wednesday when I went to sleep.
Right.
But I woke up, and I thought in my brain it was Thursday. And in fact, I had a discussion with my wife as to what exactly we were going to have to eat, because I wanted the prep time to be short, because I wanted to be ready for the game.
No, sir.
No. So there was
WNBA playoffs.
And I watched a little of that.
Until the Aces ran away.
Man, it's not even close. That's a playoff game. Who did Vegas play? Chicago? Was it
Chicago Sky?
Woo.
And the Connecticut Sun beat up on the Lynx.
Either one of those teams are
just fast forward to Aces Liberty Finals. Hopefully, they get Aces Liberty Final. I'm all in. And because the Liberty beat up on the Aces this year.
You know,
I'm in. If I get that final, I will be watching that.
This has the look and feel of Celtics Lakers. I mean, they're two great teams.
I appreciate you haven't given the WNBA that much love.
Well, no, it does. Look at the stars on both sides. I mean, it has the look and feel of the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, Breonna Stewart won whatever there is. Their AP player.
And Aja Wilson won.
Well, she was second, right?
Something else. And so, yeah, there we go. Maybe it's on my brain because on the few nights that, when I realized we didn't have football, I've been watching on HBO the series on the Lakers.
Oh, Showtime.
Showtime.
It's season 2, right?
Yeah, it's season 2, and we're winding. I don't know what episode we're in, but they're just getting to the meat of the Bird Magic rivalry. So that kind of is on my brain.
I've gotten through 2 episodes. It was, and I watching that episode where the Lakers were like, we can't take Magic. Are you kidding me? We have to take the white guy. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Are y'all serious right now?
It is
and Norm Nixon's all pissed off. He's at the salon getting a pedicure. So I'm early on. I got so many shows to catch up on.
It's funny you brought it up. And you'll at some point next summer on a dull Saturday morning, right, you'll catch up on all of it.
Yeah, I will.
But let me tell you, whoever's behind it, whoever wrote it, is hyper accurate. I mean, when they highlight a game, not only are they playing, I mean, it's a reenactment, obvious.
Yeah.
But like when the Lakers are playing the Spurs in 1982, the Spurs players are appropriate. The numbers are appropriate, and the dudes that are playing them look appropriate. I mean, it is hyper accurate.
I think they cast it really well.
Yeah, it's cast really well. If you can get past
even
the wigs.
Kareem's dude, he's like, I'm like, damn.
He does look and act like him. But if you can get past the bad hair on everybody,
there's nothing you can do about bad wigs.
Yeah, so I think it's become kind of a joke there. But if you can get past that, it's actually for those that either don't know,
right,
or live through it. It's obviously kind of a hyper extended parody of what was happening, but very accurate as far as the game's going, and interesting to hear from behind the scenes. We thought we knew, maybe we didn't.
Did you know the Braves have won their 6th straight NL East?
Man,
6.
Now go get a ring.
About 17 games left. 6 straight. Imagine if the boys had won 6 straight NFC East titles. 6.
Well,
and the World Series in between there.
There it is.
And that's the World Series we went to. We went to game 1, and the
they
Braves
roped us like nobody's business for a 3.5 hour ride in. Yeah, I'm excited, I guess.
I'm excited for baseball playoffs. I like the baseball playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm
me
down.
Too.
Especially now we got Strohs and Rangers possibly in. I know they shut Scherzer down for Well, they say regular season, but it's 17 games, so it's essentially 3 starts. So they only shut him down for 3 starts. When you see like the way ESPN words it, Max Scherzer shut down for the regular season, you're like, wow.
Well,
And then you're like, oh, 3 starts.
That's 10 days minimum.
But he's old.
Long time. Yeah, he's old.
Load managed.
You say you're
Proper
excited
load
for the
managed.
baseball playoffs, and I say that I am every year. Now I don't even know when they start, but I imagine it's soon.
As long as it's not on football day.
There we go. So there we go.
As long as football's not on.
So in the hierarchy of the Rudy J viewing, like back in the old days, I had what was the original recorder, like DVR? What was it called?
VCR?
No, the original digital recorder. It had a name.
I thought it was DVR.
Well, I mean, not but the brand that you could buy, the very first one you could buy. I forget what it was, but when you bought it, you could set your hierarchy of importance. You know, like if this show's on, no matter what, if anything else is on, it always takes precedence to get recorded because back then you could only record one show at a time.
Right.
So if you had to rank your hierarchy, like NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball on a Saturday in late September.
And we have, or you want to go October when
I'm not going to do playoffs yet. Playoffs, I'll give some credit. I'm talking about late September, playoff worthy, like it's a couple of teams vying for a wild card, or SEC game, or just big time game in college football. UTSA.
I even got UTSA ahead of MLB.
See, okay, so that's I wanted to make sure we all.
Yeah, only way that baseball for me, I'm just going off Rudy J, jumps into the top 3 is if it's Rangers Stros and it's the playoffs.
And it's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
It has to be,
it's got that then
World Series game 2. Not we got more games to play.
No, it's not. It's
Bears
not,
home game.
Oh God, World Series.
Even trip to Soldier Field, it would still be World Series over. Man, back to the motherland.
I'm right. Look,
what about Cowboy game?
It's my job. TiVo, that's it, Eric.
So there it is.
It was TiVo.
The old TiVo. You had to set your favorite.
Dude, I'm ready to tank for Caleb Williams. You can't ask me about the Bears.
Well, maybe you go enjoy a good tank job. I don't know, but I'm trying to find if there's ever a situation, if there's competition.
Yeah, like if it's
where you would choose baseball.
I'm not, Bama LSU is going to be Bama LSU.
Right.
And that's regular season over baseball postseason. Absolutely. That's not even up for debate. Yeah.
And I think that's probably you represent.
So when I'm 90%. Saying excited, I'm saying on the night. I'm saying on a night where like last night, like, we watched a little WNBA. Oh, Aces are up by 30. Let's see what baseball playoff is on. That's where I'm at.
And that's
I'm not shutting down.
Good. Okay.
No. I'm not going to the bar or I'm not inviting the fellas over for Stros Yankees game 3. No, I'm not.
All right. So then we're all in the same boat.
But there's guys that are.
Oh, no.
The seam heads are real. Like baseball making money too now.
I wish I was that guy.
I never played baseball. Scared to get hit by the ball. I didn't play baseball.
There's something my dad didn't teach me.
I played some like call center softball.
Yeah, and all of my close high school friends were baseball players. All of them. And my high school team, by the way, South San West Campus, last team to win the state baseball championship from San Antonio.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Let's fact check that, Rob.
There's no
way.
San Antonio team that has won a state baseball champion. Go check the numbers. No way.
I refuse
to
believe
the numbers,
that.
My brother.
What
Fighting Cougars.
What year was this?
1980.
Rob, there is no way a San Antonio team has not won a baseball state title since 80.
Prove me wrong.
If so, then we failed as a city.
We still have it. Prove me wrong.
Somebody out
South San West Campus.
You know what? Somebody's out there listening. Early birds prove Rob wrong today on R&R.
That's a pretty big pronouncement. I wouldn't say that without some pretty. Because let me tell you the truth. Those guys are all my friends. They're a little older than me. I mean, I was like,
are y'all the 72 Dolphins about it?
Yeah, there's a couple of them, and I would be too.
Who's Mercury Morris of that team?
Sure, wouldn't you? You would be too.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, dude, they pop some champagne every year. They should.
Absolutely, I would be. Let's see here. Oh well, you know what?
I'm not.
No, this is. I thought for sure we've had some.
We should have, and now what we have become is a softball. Women's softball, and we've had great baseball teams come through here and pros coming through.
Yeah,
but there's nobody's won the title.
No, I agree.
So shout out to South San West Campus.
Shout out to South San West Campus.
Oh, there we go. Of course, they're going to bring up the Aggies. We'll talk about it. While we're talking football for sure, Adam Silver, you can feel the NBA kind of heating up. They're on the back burner and they want to start getting themselves in the news.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we get is we're tightening the rules and we're fighting the teams. Your players got to play.
Stars, especially young,
So we got this press release yesterday. We got the words from the commissioner, and just after 7 o'clock, we're going to talk about that.
Mhm.
We are going to be joined by a former world champion at 8:30. Boxing fans,
This is a boxing town.
Yeah, Raul Marquez is joining us at 8:30. Big bout coming to the Techport tomorrow night. We're talking about the fight. We're talking with Raul Marquez. I'm sure we'll look forward to the fall's fight schedule, and there's a few coming around the bend that are worthy of discussion. And just catch up with a former world champ. He lives in Houston. He knows all about tech sports, and he's a great interview. Do not miss this at 8:30 as Raul Marquez will be here. So let's get the day started right. We got a good football game. We're going to get you all caught up on what is one of those beacon kind of games. Cowboy fan, who you rooting for in this?
The Vikings.
Are you a huge Viking fan?
Well, see, I want to know, Rob. My question is after what he looked like last week, because a lot of Cowboy fans, and I called him out and I dog talked him. Is Jalen Hurts can't do it again? And then he comes out in weeks 1 and it looks like they're right.
Yeah, well, it was ugly that first week.
It was ugly. I mean, they got the win.
It
wasn't like what Jalen looked like last year. I mean, it's his first game since February. Okay, but
he had Bill Belichick in his evil mind contemplating ways to beat you for 6 months.
Tua was undefeated against Belichick. How about that?
Isn't that number 4-0, dude? Owns him.
Yeah, but yeah, will Jalen Hurts moonwalk this season, Rob? You don't have to answer right now.
No,
just,
I think it's worth
on
a
the
discussion. We got some numbers to tell you one thing. We got some opinions that'll tell you the other, but we're going to cover it all on both sides. Eagles, Vikings is the solar-powered quarterback up for the game. We'll be right back. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're talking about it. You need to prepare for it. Head over to Tri-County today. You got a football game on tonight. You got still good sunlight in the evening, so why not head on your way home to that Tri-County that's so easy to get to over on Huebner, or out behind Fair Oaks out there on Ralph Fair Road. Why don't you head over right after work or right during lunch? First responders, take advantage of that 10% off just for being who you are. Walk in the door, take advantage of that 5 for 25. Grab some great meat because they've got everything you need to up your grilling game, and including, hey, Viking fans, I know there are a lot of you out there. Get yourself a couple steaks and celebrate the national TV game. And Eagle fan, go ahead and eat some crow. They might have some of that for you as well. No, they won't have that, but they got the best meat. Here's why I love heading over to Tri-County is not only do they have all the great meats we're talking about, and you're looking for Wagyu and Akaushi, and you're looking for 1.5 inch, 2 inch cut steaks. You're looking for the ribs with the bones. You're looking for it tied up. You're looking for it cut just for you. They got it all. But they'll tell you how to cook it if you have any questions, and they got everything to go along with it. You're looking for the charcoal. You're looking for the pellets. You're looking for a rub. They've got that too. And heck, they even got the desserts. Head over to Tri-County today. They got everything you need to up your grilling game, and they got the meat that starts a great meal. That's Tri-County Meat Market. They're mine. Make them yours. Head over there today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, presents
94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, Monday, October 2nd at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now for $120 per person or $400 per foursome. Plus, a hole-in-one shot for your chance at $50,000 or a $1,000 gift card. 94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, benefiting the Lupus Foundation of America Lone Star Chapter. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks, Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, and Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced to do a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. To have payment plans, call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. Already thinking about lunch? Craving a slice of melted cheese with fresh toppings and a perfect crust? Round Table Pizza is finally in the heart of Texas. Fresh pizza, hot wings, a salad bar, and their signature garlic parm twists. The perfect duos do exist. The freshest ingredients that burst with flavor in every bite. On the go? Round Table Pizza has unbeatable lunchtime specials. Order today at roundtablepizza.com. Round Table Pizza, ready to serve it up hot and fresh. Find them in the Park North location.
Football season is back, and there's no easier way for you to get in on the action than with Underdog Fantasy and their great pick'em game. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. I love playing the pick'em game because you can win real money. It is a fantasy game, but the cash is real, and it's legal in Texas. Pick between 2 and 5 players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, and you could win up to 20 times your money on a single entry by going 5 for 5. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their pick'em lobby. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code STAR, and your first deposit up to $100 will be doubled. Plus, your special pick in the pick'em lobby. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Go download the app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
And Twin Peaks is honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every Friday at our Bourbon and Brews party. Get to Twin Peaks Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. Cheers!
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, 2 of the most exciting offenses in the NFL match up when the Minnesota Vikings take on the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Vikings and the Eagles tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail, the ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woo-hoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel. Language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woo-hoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Here's what's on tap tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday Night Football. The Vikings and Eagles battle it out beginning tonight at 6:30. Presented by Yingling Traditional Lager and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That's what happens.
It's all about the pipes.
The pipes, baby.
They
Whiskey and cigarettes, baby. Whiskey and cigarettes, all you kids out there listening. You want to be in radio for 30 years like Rob Thompson? Smoke cigarettes and drink whiskey. I'm kidding.
No, kids.
I've never seen you
There's
with
one
the
of those
cigarette.
I don't do.
I've never seen you with the cigarette.
No,
ever.
At one point, everybody in college,
Because you're like, oh, it's cool. Yeah. I remember being able to smoke at high school. I remember seeing kids being able to. Like, can you imagine walking onto a campus now seeing kids at the smoking
Rudy,
section?
I kid you not. We had a smoking section in our high school with a cigarette machine that funded.
A cigarette machine?
We had a cigarette machine that funded the athletic department, the booster club. I kid you not.
Had to do what we had to do, man.
Hey, that was 70s.
Yeah, my wife went to Edison. She said they had a smoker section.
Yeah.
At Edison.
Well,
She was not class of 95.
legitimately had, I'm Southwest Campus, the last San Antonio team to win a state baseball championship.
Yeah,
Go
you were
Cougars.
right. We had someone on YouTube say the closest was in '82. Judson got to the finals.
Heights has made a couple of
Yeah,
runs.
Heights
If we
has made
count
some
Bernie,
runs.
Bernie's made some runs. This has been 40 years. A lot of teams have made some runs, but they're
Are we
still
claiming Bernie 0304?
See, that's what I'm saying. 0304.
I think we got to claim Bernie.
The 0304 we did not.
No,
Now we do.
you
I'm
see?
just saying, now we do.
You see how he is, Edwin? No, I guess we
You
can't.
know what I'm saying?
We can't claim that.
Bernie was still way the hell out there. Now,
Yeah,
if
we
they win it, we include you. But back up when we won it.
Oh man, Edwin's pulling it up, Rob. Y'all are the 72 Dolphins.
I claim nothing. As I was saying, most of my friends, my
Right.
closest friends, are on the baseball team. So I got to witness that and the glory that was. And every year, when it comes to the state title, one of my old guys will post it still yet again. And I would like to think that all those boys pop us a champagne bottle because pretty nice claim to fame. Ask like you said, Mercury Morris and the Dolphin clan.
You're not even call me when you're on my block, as Mercury Morris would say.
So we got a good football game. This is the second week in a row. This is going to be a game.
So are the Vikings good or not? That's my question. Like sometimes I watch them, I'm like, damn, that's a good team. And then I'll watch them last week and they can't beat Baker Mayfield.
But just
at home.
I don't.
You see what I'm saying? Like, are the Vikings good or not?
How many Viking fans
do I know?
Friends do you have?
None.
I have a few, and I don't know why.
Think. I'm trying to think. I answered that kind of quick.
I
don't have any. I don't know. I know one guy, but he's not a friend. I know him when I see him. I see him once a year at the Taste of New Orleans. So no.
The old PD here was a Viking fan. I had a friend who grew up a Viking fan, and I remember why he was a Viking fan because his dad was a Viking fan because the Vikings had started a quarterback named Joe Kapp, who was Hispanic, Native American heritage, and he was one of the first, I believe. So I had a friend whose family was big Viking fans just because of that.
Were you a Viking fan when
Tommy Kramer?
When Red owned them? Did you root for him?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Or did you just root for him because you wanted them to move here?
And I didn't commit the sin I did against the New Orleans Saints. I committed a blood sin that we're still paying for. But Tommy Kramer, so we have some out of San Antonio, longtime quarterback, great for the Vikings. So there's always been some allegiance. Eagles defeated the Vikings 24-7 in week 2 of last season.
That's right.
But coming off what was a first half, the Eagles didn't look bad against the Patriots. It was a pretty good half. And you kind of felt like they're about to put them to bed. And then the Patriots spend a second half fighting back tooth and claw and being Belichickian.
Slay got the pick 6 in the first half, and you're like, okay, the Eagles are back.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, but when you look closer at the numbers, as on the way in, Jalen Hurts last week was 1 for 9 when pressured with an INT,
which is not like what we saw last year.
A lot more tape. A lot of their stuff is predicated on RPO. They did lose Miles Sanders. Still got the receiving core, still got his tight end, but it just didn't look good. Now, the thing about it is, the one caveat I will throw in there is Belichick has the ability to take away a quarterback's best thing he does. and you kind of saw that last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give Jalen Hurts a mulligan. But the Cowboy fans, week one, the Cowboy fans out there that told me Rudy Jalen Hurts ain't gonna do that again. Y'all are up 1-0. Y'all are up 1-0.
Yeah.
It is 1 week, whether you were good or whether you were bad. It was just week one.
But you can't deny.
Oh,
if you're an Eagle fan, then you go, ooh.
You won though, but you won.
Did win.
Like there's something to say about finding a way to win ugly games in the
agree.
NFL. Those are important.
But that's the kind of thing 8-8 teams that are trying to, or 9-8 teams now,
right? Not 13-4 teams, right?
Yeah, Philadelphia shouldn't be looking to win ugly.
Or the Patriots kind of good, sort of, kind of maybe. I don't know.
All I'm saying, Eagle fan, is well, a couple things. I think you learned probably a little bit more about yourself than the Cowboys did.
Fair.
So I think
I don't know what the hell to expect. I don't know what the Cowboys are.
Sometimes it's not good for anybody. And then there's you're going against a guy in Kirk Cousins who,
after nightfall,
11-18 in primetime games, 2-10 on Monday Night Football, 9-8 on all other night games.
Is this prime time? Is this prime time?
Oh,
it's Thursday prime time.
Anytime the lights are on, baby.
You don't consider Thursday Night Football NBA TV?
Well, it kind of is. It is the NBA TV version of the NFL. I will grant you that. But in the NFL world, it is TNT on Thursday night.
Do you have anybody on your fantasy teams going tonight?
Yeah, I've got Brown for the Eagles in one league. I got Miles Sanders.
You got AJ? You got AJ?
Yeah, I got AJ in one in my media league, I believe.
Good for you.
I wish I had Justin Jefferson, who
went off last week in a loss, 150 yards and a touchdown.
I just saw something. He's about to set a record. He needs 25 receiving yards to reach 5,000 for his career, and it would tie Lance Allworth for the fewest games needed for a 5,000 receiving yards. A lot of people going, Lance Allworth? Who's that?
Does that sound like a Steeler?
No, he was a Charger and a Cowboy there for a bit.
Oh, okay.
A wide receiver. He had called him Baby Doe, or he ran like a deer. Had an interesting gait. Hell of a receiver. So good at, and you can consider how long ago that was.
What's
that was
that
in
line
the 60s.
looking like tonight? Is
We're looking at
US worthy?
Caesars is telling us it's Philadelphia -6, so they're giving him a touchdown.
Oh.
The over/under sits at 49. Now this is not according to my book. This is according to Caesars.
Now this is in Philly, and you going 6. I like the Vikings to cover. I'm gonna take Philly to win this game tonight because again, I feel like, even though their coach is a little weird, a little quirky, he does get them ready to play after them not playing so well. I'll take the Eagles to win, but I think the Vikings cover that 6.
Now Kirk Cousins is 6-4 in his career over the Eagles, including last year's loss.
Yeah, so then he sucks against these Eagles.
Well, he's not. There's something that tells me that the Vikings have a shot tonight.
Yeah, they have a shot to cover the 6.
No, I mean to win. I'm not.
You take Vikings money line?
Well, I'm not. See, I can't. I'm a terrible gambler.
I
Maybe
am
the
too.
way I approach it is
too.
wrong. But first, I have to look at the game and go, my gut is who's going to win this, and then I have to work my way down to who am I going to bet for? Bet on what side of the line that'll arrive later. So when I look at this game, I go, the Vikings have a legitimate shot, and it's one of those things where early in a season is an opportunity to reverse or rewrite narratives.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk Cousins has been on this career expedition to rewrite his narrative from boring J. Crew. No, not even J. Crew. Boring Vineyard Vines dude, whose wife picks out his clothes.
You should know. You watch that show, and now you have you've judged the man.
But even prior to that, remember last year with him on the chains, and it was a meme because look at this dude. Look at
when he had the
Kirk
shirt
Cousins
off on the plane.
Chains.
Yeah.
Like, it was so not him.
It was weird.
It was like Bizarro Superman. It was the opposite, and he wants to try that. He's so desperate to get that narrative away, and I think the Vikings are too. So, given his previous record, given his history, given what I saw against Belichick, and you gave me every reason to give the Eagles the benefit of the doubt, I kind of like the Vikings tonight. There's something that tells me I kind of like the Vikings on the road. I don't know why. And this is to win. I think Jefferson is in a position to do something. Now, last week was miserable. I mean, there's no trend that tells me Jefferson's going to go nuts. 1 for 7 on 5 targets. This is again with Darius Slay on it.
Right.
That's
they're without about 3 players though, all ribs. Fletcher Cox got ribs. Bradbury's got ribs. The safeties got ribs. So they're going to be without 3 key players tonight. Speaking of Philly, so maybe you're on to something.
There's just something in me. And we'll talk about that. I might talk myself out of this over the next 3.5 hours.
You will. I'm not worried about
it. But if I was a gambling man,
I love
if I was, and if I had an account at BetUS, if I was there right now, I might use one of my bet protects. But that's for another story, another time. Hey, coming back, we do have a whole bunch more football to discuss with you. Jane Slater joined the Blitz Boys last night. She's plugged into the Cowboys like none other, and she brings up a very interesting point.
A really good talking point, and I think she might be onto something.
And as we go to break, I want you to ponder this question. Are the Dallas Cowboys now a defense-first football team? You're on R&R. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports House.
San Antonio's premier card house is SA Card House. All attention, all my poker playing listeners, whether you not really good like me trying to learn it or whether you're a pro, SA Card House is a must visit. The atmosphere is fantastic. When you walk in, you notice clean, you notice inviting, you notice top-notch customer service from anybody and everybody that's working there. SA Card House bringing a whole new vibe to the card house scene, offering games for all skill levels, beginning to professionals. Also, SA Card House is a private social club, but they're always accepting new memberships. And of course, we still got all the way up to about another 16 days of $270,000 in money and prizes they're giving away. But you got to play to get the pay. They're giving away a 2023 Dodge Ram and a 2023 Dodge Challenger. If you're going to log the hours, why not log them with the chance to win a car or with the chance to win a truck? Why wouldn't you do that? And they got another fall event coming up starting September 25th. So they're always keeping up with the great events. And again, Mondays, free roll, $35, get you in the door, lifetime membership, and you can play. The dealers will help you out. The players will help you out. And when you get a little bit hungry or you say, hey, you know what, you've tapped out and you need a little nightcap, head over to Foster's Bar and Grill, which is attached to the card house, and great food, great drinks, and one of the best old fashions you've ever had. SA Card House at 281 and Bitters. Check it all out yourself at sacardhouse.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Today at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, my goodness, a star-studded lineup for you today.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys will join us at 4:30 and will help Greeny console. Mike Greenberg will join us at 2:30. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Today at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights. Here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods. Here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all. Here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Football is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, has you covered. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, all customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code OUTCOME. Bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's code OUTCOME, only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Every piece of land has a story. Some right there's behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor, like the Upshaws.
This is my tractor Penny. It's all about attention to detail.
But the Nelsons love cruising around their expansive Montana ranch, their John Deere Gator UV.
We've been here since 1868.
While the Caggianos drive a John Deere zero-turn mower to keep their Long Island brewery looking sharp.
Don't call me, don't bother me. I'm going out to mow for a couple hours.
Run with us and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hey, did you know Vistaprint prints everything a small business needs? Like if a barbershop needs signage, we print outdoor signs, posters, and banners. Or if a ballet school needs merch,
1, 2,
we print tote bags, t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Or if a coffee shop needs a total refresh,
latte for Mike?
Vistaprint designs logos and prints it on menus, mugs, paper bags, anything. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers with code NEW25 at Vistaprint.com.
That's Mike saying good morning. It's the best he can do right now. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. What Mike could use is a fresh start. And Irish Spring Body Wash. The fresh scent of Irish Spring and those sensational Irish Spring suds are just the reset Mike needs. Now he's ready
to go to work.
It's Sunday. Irish Spring. When the spring hits you, you're ready. Pick up Irish Spring today.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
Hey, at 8:30. We
Boxing
got
people.
Former world champ sitting in and prep for a big fight coming to the Tech for tomorrow night. As undefeated Panamanian prospect Rafael Pedroza is coming into town to take on our own San Antonio's Richard Cardenas in a super bantamweight fight. Tomorrow's Showbox will be carrying it. It's live out at the Techport over at the Boeing Center. And we're going to have Raul Marquez join us at 8:30 to talk about that and all the things on the fall boxing docket. Lots of fights in front. We'll talk about it with a former world champ. He's out of Houston. He knows Texas sports, too. It's always good to catch up.
We got Charlo Canelo Saturday night, too.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man.
So, he will join us as we look around the length and breadth of the boxing world. And as football is here, boxing continues. And we got a good fall schedule.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Just take one look at me. Do I look ready?
Yeah. I got a question for you, Rob, on YouTube.
Get on the
YouTube.
Get on our YouTubes.
That's a question for you. You've been dealing with BetUS longer than me.
Let me pull this
It says, Brad says, all right, how do I get a BetUS account when it's illegal in Texas?
You're not.
Yeah.
I am not a legal expert by any means. I stayed in a Holiday Inn last night. I don't know. I can do it
because wherever the actual transaction is, Brad, it ain't Texas.
All I know is I can do it.
I mean, they've been in business 30 years, Brad. Why? It's a don't ask, don't tell.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Why is it that? There's a lot of questions I have if we want to get into the
why did they
vagaries of the law?
Who put the L in salmon?
Yeah, what? Answer us that.
Like, why?
Because some people, and we know who you are, say salmon.
And if you do, I immediately be like, hey, man, what's good to see you? If you say salmon, our conversation's over.
We're
I'm serious.
I can't even look at you anymore. You've lost me. And that happens so many times, and I'm judgmental that way, too.
Cash app a friend out of state.
Yeah,
bro.
there you go.
You don't have to do that.
Or you can just cash app me and I'll make the bet for you.
Or you can just go to betus.com and sign up and let the rest take course.
And why question it?
Yeah.
I have a filter at my office that if there is even the possibility of a nip, it won't even go there.
Right.
So, and I can go there right now. I hope my hope HR's not listening.
Yeah.
But
125% sign up bonus, Brad.
Yeah, and I even bring crypto. 250% bonus on crypto. They're not asking me anything. So
summer of 21, we had an interesting crypto debate with our former producer engineer.
Yeah.
It's kind of playing out.
Yeah. There's a certain benefit to age. And you don't have to be all that smart to say, well, I've seen this before and it's not going to work.
Right.
This
illegal.
It is not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Not only is it not illegal, it is highly promoted. We want you to. We want you to. There's a reason why when we're talking about this. They help pay the bills. That's right. And we like that. Cowboys got a nice 9.5-point spread as we sit right now, according to Caesars. And I like that number.
I don't. Hey, Zach Wilson was 14 of 21, threw a touchdown. No. Now, granted, that touchdown he threw was the best catch, one of the best catches we've ever seen.
One-handed to the ground.
But he was 14 to 21.
You're right. I'm not.
He did throw a pick, but he threw a touchdown. You know what? This is the T game, and we're going to talk about that with Mike McCarthy about 6:45 tomorrow, Rob.
That's right.
About 6:45 tomorrow, Rob. I'm going to
no luck with the tacos, by the way.
No,
I've had no luck. I don't know what to do.
That's not our fault. You tried. All you can do is try. Put your best foot forward, Rob. But I'm going to ask Coach McCarthy: is this a trap?
Every coach loves that question, too.
Because, you got to get your team's attention.
Well, because every coach looks at a game as a trap game. That's wwhy they're called trap games.
Right.
Because they sneak up on you, so you think you're ready for it. I think that's a good question, quite frankly, because we're all looking at 40-0 and minus Aaron Rodgers and going, well, it's not a matter about winning. It's about how you win and whether you're going to win looking this way or that.
Right. Yeah. We'll see.
We are. And one of the that's in this winning thing is the offense. And we saw a less than well, it wasn't an offensive explosion, and we could attribute that to the rain. We could attribute that to the first game playing because preseason meant absolutely nothing other than a bunch of practices for those number ones. But there wasn't a huge offensive output. They ran the ball pretty nicely, but there was not a lot of downfield game. The quarterback's responsibilities have been front and center. How this offense has changed things. Jane Slater was with the Blitz yesterday. She of the NFL Network. She embedded with the Cowboys, and she of an often Instagram fine post. Spoke with him about Dak's role in this offense and its role, his role, that role, and what it plays in contract negotiations. Listen to this.
And I think what's even more interesting, I was talking to somebody about this week. What are they going to do now with the Dak Prescott? Like, I think Dak's the guy. You know, like, I just want to go on record and say, I think Dak's the guy. I think Dak will get you there. But if you got a championship level defense and you are able to say to Dak, well, look what the defense is getting done. I think Micah Parsons is going to get most of the pie. I think he can literally say, here's a blank check, write it. But with Dak, I just wonder if they have Dak do less and less. I think that more than the Trey Lance thing is going to be a bit of leverage for them during contract negotiations. That's just my personal opinion. But in talking to somebody, they seem to think the same way. Like, this team went from being offensive minded for so many years, and it didn't seem to work for them, to now all of a sudden being defensive minded. And I think that's really fascinating, the way that we're looking at this team right now and the direction that it's had. I mean, look at all the deals that got done this summer.
Yep.
They were really defensive minded.
Now, I agree with her on on certain points, Rob, and I disagree with her on the other point. I think the premise that this is a defensive-minded team, I don't agree with that. I think
you're right.
I think the defense is the better side of the ball, but I don't think they're in a situation where they're like, we gotta, like, there's that. Dak isn't Rex Grossman. Dak isn't Peyton Manning in Peyton Manning's swan song. Peyton Manning's last year in Denver, he got benched and was awful, and they won with the no-fly zone. Dak is not that, so I disagree there. But what I do agree on is because Jerry's laying it on thick. Oh, he had too much on his plate. It's just too much. We're taking some things away from him. The ball's coming out quicker. Yes, you're going to bring those things up in negotiations. Does that mean that he's not going to get Joe Burrow money? Does that mean he's not going to get Justin Herbert money? No, it doesn't mean that. But when what Jane says, look, this is going to be a part of the contract negotiations. Hell yes, it is. Absolutely it is. It's going to be like, hey, Dak, we're not even asking you to do much. We're where we are because the defense is carrying us. So, yeah, Peyton Manning's last year.
That is awful.
Yeah, 67 passer rating, 2,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 17 picks in 10 games. Dak's not that.
They'd have run
you know what I mean? That's
on a rail.
So this isn't a defensive-minded team. Yes, it's the better side of the ball, obviously. But Dak ain't Rex Grossman or Peyton Manning's swan song. So I agree with her, but I disagree with her.
Well, I think it represents just a bigger trend in the league. I think you hit it on the head. There's the one side of things, which is the quarterback pay scale, which should never be part of the conversation about quality of play and worth. It doesn't apply here.
Right.
It really doesn't. And Jason Minix brought it up to me about 6 years ago. And when he first said it, I thought it was ridiculous. But as the years have passed and the numbers have exploded, the quarterbacks should have their own cap, their own thing. They should be separated from the rest of the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
No.
The reason why that never happened, owners are so cheap, because then that means now I got to pay the running back. Now I got more money to pay the other people.
Well, there is that kind of money. We all know there is.
But they act like there ain't.
When you have teams that increase in value by 15% a year, dude, the money's there. But and the fact is, I think players and owners would be happy to get it kind of separated.
Agreed.
But
it will make their life easier, though.
But that aside, the trend toward the collegeization, is that a word? Collegeization? The collegeization of offenses.
I'm going to take a shot. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
It's a terrible.
Oh, you mean Saturdays being infiltrated to Sundays. Yes, got you.
So
I'm following.
The skill set for quarterbacks now has a larger bracket. I can put more guys in the possible NFL quarterback slot now that I've seen that a that a Hurts can perform and a Kyler Murray can perform. And I'm trying here. I think that, and I've said this before, that the secret sauce that offensive coordinators have been looking for the last 4 years is a way to make the quarterback less valuable, a way to make this offense it's important for wide receivers and edge blockers as it is for the quarterback. I just need to have an offense that can utilize a skill set that more people have. Once I figure that out, then the world will be a lot easier because I can run a quarterback to death. I can just have him beat up for about 4 years. Then I'll go get another one that looks just like him. That's what I think that's been the search.
I don't agree with them trying to hurry up and get them out, though. I think that is with every other position. When you take a quarterback as high as you do, I don't think
out, but bring the pay scale down. Find a skill set where I can. Well, I mean,
I can't. Not at that position.
Worked.
I can't tell.
It didn't work.
No, it hasn't worked.
We watched Cam Newton just get battered for 8 years and just have to disappear, and the pay scale still hasn't affected it. They still keep paying the quarterbacks more and more, knowing full well that Jalen Hurts' style of football might shorten his career by about 6 years. It just will if he continues to run this way. We got a lot more to talk about. The NBA is trying. They're trying. Just after 8 o'clock, Adam Silver explains this new idea to find teams, but it's going to be incremental. Rudy has the reason why this is going on. You're going to hear it at 8 o'clock. Hold on. R&R continues right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
BetUS.com is legal. They've been doing this for 30 years, my people. 30 years. That's right. BetUS is the only sports book and casino Rob and I endorse, and they're celebrating 30 years of sports betting services. You got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Vikings tonight. Philly about a 6-point favorite if you feeling a certain way. Either way, sign up for BetUS.com. They're going to give you a 125% sign-up bonus, a massive 200% crypto sign-up bonus, plus a 250% casino bonus. You want to get a little blackjack, a little roulette, a little something, and it is legal. And the game is always more exciting with the bet. You can take it to another level at BetUS.com with live in-game betting. Don't wait. Take advantage of the 30th year offer with up to 30 risk-free bets. Start today by visiting BetUS.com or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US. That's the sports book and casino where the game begins.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Jets at 2:30 p.m.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20, 10, Pollard. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, eWealth Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Tour a Meritage home to start living the dream of owning a new home. Each Meritage home is built with the energy and money-saving features like spray foam insulation and high-performance air filtration. Check out any of our communities across the San Antonio metro area and find the perfect fit to start a life built better. Go to meritagehomes.com/San Antonio to learn more and to schedule a private or virtual appointment today. That's meritagehomes.com/San Antonio. Actual energy savings and performance may vary. Meritage Homes is an equal housing opportunity builder.
Football season means grilling season, and Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks is your one stop for all your tailgating and home gating needs. With one of the best grilling sections, Five Oaks Ace Hardware has a huge selection of Traeger, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Blackstone, plus all your grill accessory needs with over 300 spices and rubs, over 20 brands of charcoal, wood chips, pellets, and everything you need for tailgating or home gating. Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever, from serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies. Accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice. Experience first-class service at Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio. Shop incredible offers on a large inventory of new and slightly pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, like newly stocked certified 2023 C300 sedans at only $49,991. Plus, see our available low interest rates at mbofsa.com. That's newly stocked certified 2023 C300s for just $49,991. Experience the Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio difference today on San Pedro Avenue. For complete offer details, visit mbofsa.com.
I'm not exaggerating when I say this. QC Kinetics can change your life. You can live again without that chronic joint pain and without drugs or surgery. Hey, it's James Pledger with 941 San Antonio Sports Star, and QC Kinetics is advanced regenerative medicine. They take your body's own concentrated healing properties and put them right back into your joints to restore and repair that damaged tissue that's causing you all of that horrible pain. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Finally, a real alternative to the old ways of dealing with pain. And unlike surgery, there's no downtime with QC treatments. If you have a constant pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or back, you need to call and get a free consultation. Imagine this fall, moving around pain-free, doing the things you love again, walking, hiking, golfing, playing with the grandkids. Call QC Kinetics and see how the latest advances in precision regenerative medicine can attack the pain and bring you lasting relief. Now is the best time to get started. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woo-hoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment, featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 36 months. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, for 75 years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Gomez Law Firm has been taking care of the people of San Antonio for almost 50 years, the leader in personal injury law. Jose, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
We do ride-sharing cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
We've been around for almost 50 years, and we're not going anywhere.
Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the H-E-B located at 850 FM 1103 in Cibolo from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Sunday, September 24th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by H-E-B.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Starting at 2 o'clock today, we are loaded. Stephen Jones will join us at 4:30. We'll help console Jets fan Mike Greenberg. Yep, Greeny. He'll be on at 2:30. Hey, Rob, based on the NBA's new star rest policy, you can take the rest of the day off.
I don't know how to take that, because
he's saying you need to be load managed. You deserve load
that's
management.
Status symbol, right?
Yeah.
Or
it is a
like,
status symbol, and then we're gonna talk about it coming back
on the other side. Maybe that's a status symbol, or are you saying we can win without you? Or am I getting that? Am I getting the
nah, Jason would never
am I
do
getting
like
the speech that every now and then you have to give to one of the kids in a big game, like, you know what, this is gonna be a big one, and I'm gonna need you. I want you to stay ready.
But you ain't playing
But
much.
you don't say that. I want you to stay ready. This is a big one. So in the meantime, here, hold this clipboard.
It's a big one.
Yeah, so I've held a lot of clipboards in those big games.
Same.
Hey, coming back, let's look around the NBA. Giannis states the truth. And the
We have
gumbo
sound.
is hot. We're talking NBA, load management, and a freak all rolled into one classic segment. That's next. You're on R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, presents
94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, Monday, October 2nd at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now for $120 per person or $400 per foursome. Plus, a hole-in-one shot for your chance at $50,000 or a $1,000 gift card. 94.1 San Antonio's Fall Golf Classic, benefiting the Lupus Foundation of America, Lone Star Chapter. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks, Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, and Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait. Unlimited first year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, 2 of the most exciting offenses in the NFL matchup when the Minnesota Vikings take on the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Vikings and the Eagles tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. What makes Taco Bell's rolled chicken tacos so good? Is it the shredded, marinated, all-white meat chicken? Well, yeah, obviously. But it's also the 3 amazing dipping sauces to choose from. Spicy ranch, warm nacho cheese sauce, and house-made daily guacamole. Now, if you need a third reason, their white corn tortillas are fried to golden perfection, which everyone knows is the best kind of perfection. Order rolled chicken tacos on the Taco Bell app. Get 1 dip for 2-pack or 2 dips for 4-pack at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last.
Exergen thermometers are the #1 choice by medical professionals at top-ranked hospitals across the U.S. As your kids get ready to return to school, keeping them healthy is important. Make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home or business to check for fever, where accuracy matters. When measuring temperature at home and at work, use an Exergen thermometer to keep your family and colleagues safe. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
Football is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, has you covered. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, all customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code OUTCOME. Bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's code OUTCOME, only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Here we go. Here comes the Sandman.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Adam Sandler.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The I Missed You Tour.
Should we clap along? I'm going to play guitar a little bit for you.
Adam Sandler. Live.
Take him away.
AT&T Center, December 7th.
All right, let's lose that. I hate it. Sorry.
Get tickets this Friday at noon at Ticketmaster.com.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Thursday night football is tonight. The Vikings head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Kickoff is set for 7:15. A game you can catch on your home for Thursday night football. San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30 with the pregame. The Dallas Cowboys wide receivers, Brandon Cooks, he did not practice yesterday due to a knee injury, but, quote, has a chance to play, according to head coach Mike McCarthy.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up. Wake up, wake me up. Wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the back with a left hand slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning here on San Antonio's Sports Star. He's Rudy, I'm Rob. We're glad you're with us on a small Friday edition this hour. Looking at the NBA, the Gumbo's warm. They're 2 weeks away from training camp. They start September the 28th. Media days and training camps get kicking, so we're almost there. Adam Silver, the commissioner of all, spoke yesterday regarding a couple of pertinent issues we will address. Of course, we're looking around the league as the NFL gets busy tonight. Amazon taking front and stage as you can stream in a really good football game, Vikings and Eagles. We'll get you covered.
If you're in your car, turn on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Catch that game. You know, you got something to do.
Oh, yeah, we always carry all that.
We got the games, baby.
And tomorrow, getting you ready for our U.S. Army coming to play our Roadrunners. The Blitz is going to be live down at Downtown Bar. Matty McMurphy's right there in East Houston Street. Cool downtown bar. Go down there as you're headed toward the Dome tomorrow and
get your pregame going.
Get your pregame going. Hang out with the West Point types. Thank them for their service and tell them we're about to kick their ass. That's how you're supposed to do it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm.
Well, I would. Yeah. You gotta pick the appropriate one.
Pick the right one. Yeah. Pick the paper pusher if the Army has any of those.
If you want to go see the most pleasant trash talking you've ever seen, go to an Army-Navy game. It's gentlemanly. and vicious all at the same time.
Very much so.
Much like Adam Silver. No.
Adam's very gentle, soft-spoken, delivers bad news in a nice way. Kind of tells you he's disappointed in you in a nice way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Right. You know, that's Adam's approach. Adam never spanked his kid. You could tell.
And he's trying to enforce some discipline that kind of needed to be put in probably a couple years ago. The toothpaste is kind of out of the tube on this resting your players kind of thing. And it's morphed into something weird.
Look, I'm going to tell the NBA, these current NBA players this. Y'all are lucky Stern ain't alive and still the commissioner. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Stern, the money that the NBA is making off of their partners and these TV deals and these teams will be pulling that, it will be a whole different delivery. Stern never bit his tongue and he never backed down from a fight. Adam is being really, really nice about it. Kind of holding your hand crossing the street about it when it's really gotten out of hand, though.
Load management, the issue. Adam Silver spoke about it yesterday.
It's a shared view by everyone in the league. It's not just coming from the league office. I think whether it's our teams, our players association, individual players, I think there's an acknowledgement across the league that we need to return to that principle, that this is an 82-game league. And that, of course, doesn't mean that we're turning the clock back, that players are expected to play through injuries or that players, frankly, never need rest. But I think there's a statement of a principle that if you're a healthy player in this league, that the expectation is that you're going to play.
The expectation is you're going to play. And Rudy brought it up before, and it's weird how this is morphed. That now you're not really considered a star unless your team tells you it's take the night off.
Yeah, you can tell because guys are too happy. You know, when the guys you could tell, like when you get load managed, guys are on the sideline like, yeah, I'm a part of the load management squad.
I'm so important. They rested me for a big
game.
It's
crazy. It's crazy that it's become a status symbol in the NBA. Like, what are y'all so happy about? And not only that, like, you get 6 months off. I mean, when someone just they give them PTO, they're off for 6 months. Like, and there's only 2 teams that play until June. Everybody else is May. Is you work November to May. Staying in 5 stars, flying private. Like, what are you talking about, PTO? You're off for 6 months. Now, can the NBA do a better job of spreading games out, not doing the 5 and 7, the 4 and 5, and the back-to-backs? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. But when I look around the league, and now it's to the point where, like, I think Adam hit it on the head. When I see young stars.
You're a young man.
Like, you're a young star being low managed, and you've been to the playoffs twice. Why? Yeah, it's again, the science dictates that these guys do need nights off here and there. I get it. But now when you're talking about, just because, and when I look at the new rules, Rob, let me see here. So you got no more than one star can be unavailable for the same day.
Who defines star? I want to know.
You know who it is.
Like, I'm just saying, there's the loophole. Look, he's not a star. This guy's a bit
Nobody's
player.
Gonna be like, Zach Collins is out. That's 100,000 fine. Nobody's gonna say that. Shout out to you, Zach. I like you, Zach. You didn't deserve that. But you get where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's like, man, Zach Collins didn't play. They better get 100,000.
Mama Collins begged to differ.
So, like, it could be Wemby and Zach Collins. So who's the second person the Spurs can't load manage?
I don't know.
Who's the second star, Edwin? Rob? Like, who is the second star on the Spurs that would get them fined 100,000?
Keldon. Jeremy with his hair. I don't know. I don't know.
Because not every team has 2.
We don't even have 1. What are we talking about? We don't.
We do have 1.
Do we?
Wemby.
Yeah. You're a young man, Victor.
Oh, Wemby's going to be low managed.
Yeah.
But see, the Spurs are going to be able to avoid fines because we don't have the clear-cut number 2 superstar.
Rudy, how many national TV games did we get this year?
20.
I guarantee you, he played 40 minutes in those 20.
Oh yeah.
Those
those
playing 40.
Those 20 games he's playing. He's playing. But again, who's to determine that, Rob? That's a fair question. Star players must be available for national TV and in-season tournament games. They collected a good amount of money on these on the in-season tournament.
So they actually went I love it when lawyers are involved.
Okay,
we went ahead and defined what a star is.
Okay, it says, with the below rules, when deciding to rest a star player defined as one who has been an all-star or an all-NBA team in any of the previous 3 seasons.
I think we're safe.
So we only got Wemby then.
Does Friday night count? do the Friday nighters
What
matter?
are Friday nighters? Who do you mean?
The international, we're finding a place for you to play in front of the GAC and Nickelodeon kid game.
The rookie versus
The
sophomore
rookie
game.
international.
No, that's not all NBA.
So that doesn't
teams.
count, right?
No, that don't count.
So our guys take off whenever they want.
Yeah, we don't have any other all-stars.
So
So we
we're
just got
good.
Wemby.
And he's not an all-star. So we could sit him down whenever we wanted, and there's no fine coming.
So we don't. So this rule doesn't apply to the Spurs.
According to this,
Expectations include players 35 years old on an opening night or 34K regular season minutes. What?
35 years or
Exceptions.
34,000 minutes.
Oh, okay. Exceptions, include players 35 years or older. So LeBron, they make sure they protected LeBron. Like LeBron can rest.
Known as the
or
King Clause.
34K regular season minutes. Got you. Okay. And then the star player defined as all-star, all-NBA in the last 3 seasons. So we can low manage when we want to.
Yeah, but shoot. So this doesn't apply to us. We invented the rule. Silver's right. We've gone too far with this. We have.
But see, now I think agents are involved because players think of it as a status symbol. So I'm sure you got players, agents being like, hey, my player demands the second night off of a back-to-back at least twice this season.
Well, the only fix to this is shame.
But national TV in-season tournament, like, that's fair.
Yes.
Like, even if you're the players, and keep in mind, Adam did want everybody to know that the Players Association is in agreement with this. So this isn't them just deboing the players. Like, hey, we're gonna strong arm y'all. Y'all gonna do what we say. Players Association agrees.
Well, the older players agree.
How old is Steph? 34?
Mm-hmm.
But Steph has more than 34 regular season minutes.
He's grandfathered in.
He's protected.
In every sense of the word. he's grandpaed in. But I have a sense even inside the league. Remember back in the
my man Steph's protected. Steph can sit out an ABC Saturday night.
Remember back in the lockdown when they were all cooped up together drinking coffee and smuggling drugs into Disney World.
Right.
Remember there was this little walkout on LeBron where they were kind of tired of LeBron and his.
When they were deciding whether they wanted to sit a night because something had happened on the social justice side and nobody asked LeBron's opinion.
And LeBron stood up and they're like, you know what, bro, enough. Yeah. I get the sense inside the union, there's the old guys and the young guys.
Think so?
Oh, they built in this 34,000. Yeah.
I don't know.
There is. Because there always is. There's the back in my day guys. And now most of the league stars are back in my day guys.
Yeah. You know, Zion.
He's not back in my day guy.
No, he's a young guy that needs to be playing. So if he's healthy.
So there's those guys.
But that's also the other thing. Like, so how do you prove, like if Brandon, let's say Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson are both legit hurt.
Well, doctor's note. Signed
but
Jaren's mom.
Who's to say the injury's legit?
A doctor.
But that could be fake.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
so
Rudy.
How are we determining who's really hurt and who's being low managed? Who says that? Who signs off that this isn't low management? This is a legit injury.
It's just like
what I'm saying is, Rob, there's no way to really enforce this.
And they don't want to truly enforce it. They just want to have the doctor's note. I mean, that's the final retort. Look, the doctor said he can't play. You got a problem with that? I mean, at the end of the day, the players and the teams have control over this. Now, it is an ethical thing. It's a gambling thing. There's things that are in play here that will bring the market to honesty. But if a team wants to sit a dude down, you can sit them down. You'll find a reason.
Right.
I remember the Spurs back in the day, long before load management was a thing. My brother and I used to joke that in the middle of February, there was always a plantar fasciitis outbreak with the Spurs. This was back 2003, 4, 5, back before load management was even thought of. But there was always a time, and other teams did it too, where suddenly, you know what plantar fasciitis was in its broadest definition? Sore feet.
That's real, though.
Yeah, it is real.
It's real.
But there's no, I mean, you can take an x-ray and go, I got plantar fasciitis. You don't. My feet hurt.
Right.
So if you want to sit a guy down, you can. It gives them plausible deniability. You know what I mean? It gives
Agreed.
them the ability to get out of it. But if you want to sit a dude down, this isn't going to take away any of that.
Yeah, he got a sore right knee.
Got a doctor's note? All right, take the night off. What are you going to do?
Nothing. There's nothing. It's tough to enforce.
You just go step in the shower and wash it off.
Again, I mean, just national TV in-season tournament, make your guys available. Sit them on that random night where, little Tommy and his family come out for tickets. But on national TV and in-season tournament, we've billed people billions of dollars. They got to play. That's what this is about.
Oh, it is. And that's
all this is about.
And they didn't even need to do that regarding this.
Right.
Because sponsorship money will overrule all that anyway. I like to endorse Connecticut water softener. Speaking of sponsorships.
You have to be here to endorse them, Rob.
What do you mean?
You got to be here. When you have endorsements, you
I have to be here.
You have to be here.
To
and even when you're not, you have to be here.
Real quickly, I live on a well. And there's so many listening right now that live on a well. And when you deal with well water, it's a different issue. And there's so many different things that you have to deal with that other people that just pulling their water out of the aquifer don't have to deal with. But the common denominator is the water that comes through South Texas water, the water that comes through all that limestone comes back out tasting good and makes good sweet tea and beer, as I like to say. But the fact of the matter is there's lots of stuff in it, more in your well water. But the stuff that's in your pipes ends up in your mouth, in your body, on your clothes, in your hair, on your skin. And while it doesn't make you sick, it does change the color of your whites, turns you gray. It does leave that powder on all your dishes. You don't like that. It does slowly turn your hair gray, I think. That's what I'm blaming it on. But I have a Connecticut water softener, and all those concerns just kind of go away because I don't even really think about my Connecticut water softener. It has worked every time. I've never had an issue. And when I bought it, when I got it, I got a warranty that I couldn't believe that I had, and I've never even had to use it. 656 Pure. Remember this number. If you have not had a Connecticut water softener, this is your chance. Call them today. They'll come out and put one in your home, 90 days free of charge, no contract, no commitment. You will find out what I know. That is the last water softener you're ever going to buy. It was made with South Texas in mind. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. But remember the number, 656 Pure. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your home. Get the very best. Call Connecticut today. Get them in your home. And I know you're going to be thanking me later. The NBA continues to make front and center news. Giannis is an interesting cat, man. He is not the guy that I thought he was.
What do you mean by that?
I thought he was Tim Duncan.
He is.
No, he's not.
Why not?
Well, listen to him. Listen to what would this ever come out of Tim Duncan's mouth?
As long as we play and we approach the game every single day the right way and we all sacrifice for a common goal, I can see myself being in Milwaukee Bucks for the rest of my career. But the moment I feel like people are not committed as I am to get that golden thing in the back, I am not. I'm a Milwaukee Buck, but most importantly, I'm a winner. I want to win, and I have to do whatever it takes for me to win. And if there's a better situation for me to win the Larry O'Brien, I have to take that better situation.
I love it. Call him out. I love it. No, and I think Tim believed that, and he never had to.
Well, Tim put the Spurs on notice in 01.
Scared the fool out.
Yeah, in 01, where he almost went to Orlando, that was him speaking to the Spurs, letting it be known, like, I'm a winner.
But it was quiet. It was in the summer, and we didn't know till after. You know what I mean?
On 60 Minutes? What the hell was he doing? Was that on 60 Minutes? What the hell was he doing on 60 Minutes?
Because he's the freak.
Was that? I think it was on 60 Minutes.
It was.
No, I mean, the thing about it is what he basically said is, I don't owe y'all anything.
And he's right.
I'll first bring you a title since Lou Alcindor, because at that time it was still Lou Alcindor. I'm not being disrespectful. I've done what I'm supposed to do. You've given me Chris Middleton and Brooks Lopez. Okay. And I've stayed for this. All right, you threw in Drew Holiday as a nice little dessert. But you've given me Chris Middleton and Brooke Lopez, and you gave my brothers a little bit of money so I can get them out of my pocket. Thank you, but I owe you nothing. And if you don't continue to go after Dame Lillard, I'm out of here. Kevin Garnett started this in my idea. Kevin Garnett was a guy that was loyal to a fault to the Minnesota Timberwolves and then finally accepted the trade to Boston. And he's been beating the drum to these youngsters. He told Kevin Love, told everybody that would listen, don't let them steal your prime.
Right.
Don't let these teams steal your prime. And everybody, even though we all hate KG because he's an ass and he acts tougher than he really is, I don't think KG can fight. He's right. I get it. But I think it's to the point, though, I'm a free agent guy. Like when I saw LeBron James, everybody, you can talk about LeBron all you want. He's never forced his way out of anywhere. He stayed up to every contract. Kevin Durant, probably right by at the time when he left Oklahoma City, second best player in the league, stayed his full contract. So those guys, they didn't do an Anthony Davis.
They didn't fat suit it.
Yeah, they didn't fat suit it. You know what I mean? So I'm all for you saying, hey, you know what? Y'all haven't done it. I'm now a free agent. I'm out of here. But with 2-3 years left, like, man, I just need to change the scenery. Get me the hell out of here. I'm not a big fan of that. When y'all got guaranteed money. NFL players, I feel a little bit more sympathy because they're not, money isn't guaranteed. So, yeah, if Giannis waits how much time he got left on his deal? What, another year or two? I thought he just signed another Supermax.
He's got 2 years, I think.
Yeah, about 2 years left. So, again, those player options and all that stuff they have. So,
48
I get where he's
not a bad year,
though. No, it's not. But it is when you see Jaylen Brown getting 63. Like, Jay, think about that. Jaylen Brown making $15 million more than Giannis. Okay, whatever y'all say. I get it.
I love hearing guys just state the truth. Look, man, I'm a buck as long as you act like you want me to be a buck. And if you want to win as bad as I want to win and you show me that, I will be a buck. And that's all I want to hear from a player.
Dude, figure it out, Milwaukee.
They will.
Figure it out.
I think Giannis he's much more attuned to Milwaukee and the familial relationship that he has formed in that smaller market like we have here in San Antonio. I think it would be very difficult for him to leave.
He wants to leave. He wants to be in Milwaukee.
He wants to stay.
He just wants to win again.
And I think it won't be that difficult to keep him. Now it won't be easy, but it won't be the hardest thing you've had to do.
How you feel if you Chris Middleton? Like, because I'll be like, what are you saying? I just re-signed. Are you saying I'm not enough, bro? Brooke Lopez just resigned. You saying I'm not enough, bro?
Well, despite best efforts, I love you both.
What are you saying, Giannis?
I'm just saying I love you both.
We got to talk. We got to have a conversation
together. We
got to have a conversation. Like, what are you saying? Your two of the pieces that are here just resigned, and you're saying, hey, you know what? This ain't it.
You know what I would like to think, and again, I like to think. But then there's the pro mentality that I have no concept of. But I think when you walk into the locker room that I am just a piece in the big machine that Giannis is driving. And I think Middleton knows that. And I think Drew Holiday knows it. So, hey, I'm not getting paid a dime but for you. I'm not getting this contract for you. So I'm with you, brother. And you feel like you need some more, I'm with you. I wouldn't have got this $100 million deal that Middleton would have gotten. So I think they know their place in the world.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And having been a cog in a big machine before, you pretty much know.
You know what? Place. I'm listening.
I don't think he's. If I'm Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and Brooke Lopez, I'm not upset with what Giannis has said at all.
I am. I'm a little tight. I'm a little tight because you're talking about me like you bet because like basically he's finally walked into the locker room when they're about to be eliminated by the Heat and just looked around and was like, nah. this is the way it's set up. It's run its course, dog. Budenholzer got to go. and y'all got to get me somebody else. Vince Trevino says, you dumb rule, Giannis is overrated. Hey, whatever you say.
Well, I just call my agent, make sure the checks are coming in.
Giannis ain't overrated.
Oh, who put that out there? So whoever put that out there, settle down. Settle down just a little bit. Hey, we got a lot more NFL to talk. The gumbo is warming up. We got a big game tonight, one that affects Cowboy fan in general, Viking fan in general, and Eagle fan in general. Lots to get into there. The quest continues for another quarterback, or is there another quarterback quest up there in New York? And all the other things that are fit to speak of in general public. Cowboy talk, NFL talk coming next. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You want to watch the game somewhere with some really, really quality food, some of the best pulled pork nachos you've ever had in your life, some quality beer, some quality top-notch drinks. You're probably not where you would normally think, but it is the Golf Club of Texas. Elevate your football experience like never before. They're thrilled to announce that they are the football headquarters this season. Again, they're going to roll out the red carpet for all Texas football teams, but they're going to have that Philly and Vikings game tonight. And guess what? Even though they close at 10, they're not going to turn that game off on you if it goes past 10. So gather your friends and family. Got comfortable seating, delicious game day grub, and a great selection of drinks ready to make your football nights unforgettable. Don't miss out on the electric atmosphere camaraderie that only football season brings. Join us at Golf Club of Texas, where every game day is a touchdown. And of course, gotta go play some golf, man. I'm gonna get out there this Sunday. Yes, that's right. I've already booked my tee time through golfclubtexas.com, and you should do the same because they've gone above and beyond to make that course such a great time, such great shape. I cannot wait to get out there Sunday morning. Shout out to the Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Jets at 2:30 p.m.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20, 10, Pollard. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you or someone you know is going through the process of being accused of a crime, you need a team to help you protect your innocence. Who better to fight for you than former prosecutors, now defense lawyers, that know the justice system? The LaHood Norton Law Group will defend your freedom. When you choose us, you choose honest, aggressive, trusting, expert, and fearless representation. If you need help, you need the LaHood Norton Law Group on your side.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off, then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. What makes Taco Bell's rolled chicken tacos so good? Is it the shredded marinated all white meat chicken? Well, yeah, obviously. But it's also the 3 amazing dipping sauces to choose from. Spicy ranch, warm nacho cheese sauce, and house-made daily guacamole. Now, if you need a third reason, their white corn tortillas are fried to golden perfection, which everyone knows is the best kind of perfection. Order rolled chicken tacos on the Taco Bell app. Get 1 dip for 2-pack or 2 dips for 4-pack at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hey guys, do you know what makes Revive Men's Health San Antonio different? You. Every Revive treatment and medication is personalized just for you. Revive has the experts that guys go to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their daily performance. Since 2011, they've helped thousands of local men suffering with the symptoms of low T and ED. Their goal is simple: to get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. Your best performance requires more than generic ED medications or a low-dose testosterone booster at a lowball price like you find online. Revive medications are custom compounded, affordable, and guaranteed to resolve your issues. Stop dealing with the symptoms of low T or ED. Book your free T-check and exam and save $199 today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit us at revivemenshealth.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is offering a 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protect, the perfect offer for crazy plays, like the famous butt fumble. It's the GOAT of embarrassing plays.
Really, remember when you bet me you could do a live show with a GOAT as your co-host, and he face-kicked you?
Thankfully, I didn't take the under on that one.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect today. The industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
2 times the healthy blood pressure support? That's a number to rave about. Thanks to Superbeats Heart Chew's unique 2X ingredient that helps promote normal blood pressure nearly 2 times more effectively than diet and exercise alone. Superbeats is America's #1 selling beet brand and the only #1 cardiologist, doctor, and pharmacist recommended beet brand for heart health support. A clinical study showed that the key ingredient in Superbeats Heart Chews is nearly 2 times more effective at supporting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. And they're part of a brand with over 60,000 5-star ratings and reviews. So double your potential with a special offer exclusively for radio listeners. Get a free 30-day supply of Superbeats Heart Chews and 15% off your first order at getsuperbeats.com with code RADIO. That's a free 30-day supply and 15% off for radio listeners only at getsuperbeets.com, code RADIO.
Happy 62nd birthday, Granddad.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I got you this.
A mug. Oh, thank you. What does it say? Beware, if you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of hospitalization from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're heading to the Dome Friday night for the college football game, before you get there, pregame with the Blitz Friday from Maddie McMurphy's down on Houston Street as we say goodbye to this Texas icon.
Yeah, join us for the show, but then hang around for the amazing specials and features from Carbach Brewing Company, Hopadillo, Love Street, all your favorite Carbach beers.
That's the Blitz Friday before the game at Maddie McMurphy's downtown on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, I am Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. Since 1994, I have helped people injured in car, truck, and motorcycle collisions right here in San Antonio. I don't have a clever nickname. I'm not the law lion, the law gun, the hammer, or some other tool. I'm a practicing attorney. When your life is upended literally by a negligent driver, it can be overwhelming. Dealing with insurance companies is, in my opinion, intentionally complicated and frustrating. Why? The fewer dollars the insurance companies pay, the more they get to keep for themselves. You need an experienced attorney to help you make the best decisions for yourself and your family. And that's what I do. That is who I am. Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. I'm a phone call away, 210-900-0400. The call and the consultation are free with no obligations. My number again is 210-900-0400, or just remember, alawyerforus.com.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Coming up on the Blitz, we have got a star-studded lineup. It all starts with Mike Greenberg. That's right, Greeny is going to join us at 2:30. And Stephen Jones will make his first appearance on the Blitz this season. He joins us at 4:30. Hey, Rob, are the Aggies and the Cowboys both facing trap games this weekend?
Don't disrespect the Aggies like that.
Dude, I think we might be Monroe's trap game after what I saw last week. I hope they're adequately prepared for the mediocrity that the Aggies are ready to bring.
You going to the game?
On Saturday. Man, I can barely walk. I'm afraid to. It sucks. It legitimately sucks getting old.
So you still swollen?
Yes, I am still. I iced it yesterday. I didn't get in an ice bath. Those ice bath days in my life.
Bath. Did you at least ice it though?
All night. I did ice it. I did do that.
And you couldn't walk yesterday. Obviously, you couldn't go for your 3 mile.
And I've got a set of these. A listener, good friend, good dude.
Okay.
Gave me these I've become one of those guys.
What?
Copper fit.
Oh, That stuff works, man.
I don't know. I think the compression does as much or more than any kind of woven metal in there. But that did
How
did
dare
kind of,
you say Jerry Rice and Brett Favre are lying to us?
Just saying that if copper did truly work, you probably wouldn't incent. And
hey, man, ask a crackhead. You get some money for copper.
Yeah, if you're maybe that's it. I just need all those knee braces that all the old folks have bought. I can go trade them in for some in my catalytic converter for a little bit of cash. A couple things happening that you need to be aware of. Maddie McMurphy's tomorrow. The Blitz will be live down there from 2 to 6. Carbach Brewing will be in the house, and they got Hopadillo, Love Street, and all your favorite Carbachs being poured as the UTSA prepares to take down those cadets from West Point. Going to be a good football game tomorrow down at the Dome. Go by Maddie McMurphy's for your pregame as the Blitz will keep you entertained. The
Maddie McMurphy's, huh? A little pregame.
It's a downtown bar right off Houston.
So you've been there. We've
done some shows from there. Good bar. Good downtown bar. You get the downtown folks, you get the tourists, you get the gamers, you get all those kind of coming through. And it is truly a good cross-section bar, San Antonio. So head down there. In about an hour, Raul Marquez is going to join us. The Diamond, former welterweight champion. We got a big fight tomorrow night. San Antonio's own Ramon Cardenas is taking on Rafael Pedroza in a undefeated. Well, Cardenas got one loss, but it is one of those up-and-comer fights that only San Antonio gets. Showbox is broadcasting it live. We got another one on Saturday night we'll dig into, and Raul Marquez will join us then. NFL Gumbo, as we were going to break, you can't miss on the four-letter network the highlights or lowlights of Zach Wilson's surprise game. They're actually, Rudy,
there's some good throws.
There's a couple of good
bad
throws
ones.
and a couple of bad ones. And that's really why there's the debate that continues. What are the Jets going to do in a market where quarterbacks, it's a weird year for quarterbacks because we have so many kids. There were 12 quarterbacks that didn't throw for 200 yards. There were 8 quarterbacks that really are brand new to the NFL world where they have made less than 10 career starts, including 3 rookies.
86 sacks in week 1.
The defense,
that's a lot.
Oh my God!
Well, hell, the Cowboys were responsible for 7 of them.
We're running roughshod. Of those 8 young quarterbacks, they only threw for 9 passing touchdowns and 210 passing yards. 6 yards per pass attempt in week 1 was as low as they've seen since they started taking numbers in 2006.
That's Justin Fields' fault.
Well, I think it's a lot of
Justin Fields threw 79 screens, all behind the line of scrimmage, and Chase Claypool dropped all of them.
So with every
Justin Fields brought down the average on his own.
They were subtracting.
Yeah, man.
But, we heard from Jane Slater on the Blitz last night, and we see these numbers start to play. And you start talking about the astronomical quarterback numbers, and they don't jibe. It doesn't match. More often than not, your $50 million quarterback is the problem, not the answer.
Yeah, when you look now, it's not Daniel Jones' fault. Daniel Jones got a lot of money this offseason.
He did.
Got a lot of money this offseason to look like that. Now, offensive line, sure. But last year, they had pretty much the same offensive line, and they decided to give you $40 million per season and not pay Saquon Barkley. So, yeah, when I look at 12 quarterbacks, Rob, 12, almost half the league could not, in this era where you can't touch receivers, 12 QBs couldn't throw 200 yards. Are you kidding me?
This is something Edwin just pulled up. Leave it right there.
Talk to me.
It's a tweet by Brooks Pryor. We'll give credit where it is. The deep ball is dead. There were 3,416 attempts of 15-plus air yards in 2022, fewest since 2008. Why? Well, directly attached to Pat Mahomes. Teams just don't throw the ball deep. It's a move the ball around, move the pocket, get it to the guys in space, and let them go.
And because of the running back position being taken away, a lot of times you're throwing these passes that are runs.
Yes, it's little short passes.
Because you don't have Emmitt Smith, you don't have Barry Sanders. You have a running back that probably isn't that good. So I'll throw it to, I don't know, Brandon Cooks 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, and that'll be in our books, even though it doesn't say it, but in our books, we're considering that a run. Now, the QB pressure thing, the 86 sacks, Rob, it's weird to me, with Lamar all the thing already. Can he become a better quarterback under pressure? Jalen Hurts, 1 for 9. They bring out said 1 for 9 with an INT under pressure. Anybody remember what Patrick Mahomes looked like in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay? Anybody remember what Tom Brady looked like when the undefeated season, when the NASCAR package got after his butt? Anybody remember some of those seasons looked like when Peyton Manning didn't have the best offensive line? I don't care who you are. If your offensive line sucks, it is going to catch up to you. So we pick and choose which quarterbacks we want to dissect when they're under pressure. Even Dak. Dak, there's been times where this offensive line isn't what it was, and then Dak's been under a lot of pressure. Now, Jerry will kind of tell you, well, that's Dak's footwork, and now the offensive line calling the plays. But nonetheless, we overly criticize some QBs under pressure. And then there's some we're like, hey, well, he didn't have no offensive line. Patrick Mahomes looked awful in Tampa Bay. He ran 400 yards backwards.
Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen in week 1.
I'm listening.
Were awful. They had 3 of the highest projected playoff chances coming into the week, and all 3 teams lost. And all have been leapfrogged by other AFC teams projected to have lesser playoff chances, like the Jags, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns.
They didn't look good, man. They did not look good. And now, Rob, another stat we need to look up, Edmund. Has a team ever won the Super Bowl starting 0-2 besides the Cowboys? Because the Chiefs are going to lose in Jacksonville Sunday.
They need a wide receiver to step up. He has zero help. Kelsey going to be limping. He might be back, but he's going to be limping.
Kelsey's going to play. Trevor Lawrence is going to beat them this Sunday in Jacksonville. I want to say what the Cowboys started 0-2 when Emmett held out, right?
Yeah.
And then they end up winning it all.
But that was a very different time and a very different team. Had like 9 Hall of Famers.
So should we be paying these guys this much money, Rob? When you look at the numbers, when I look at 12 guys can't get over 200 yards, again, it's 1 week. What? So why is all this money being thrown around?
I'll tell you this. There's some market forces at play here.
All right.
So here's where we sit. You got these quarterbacks that everybody goes, well, he's just going to make $50 million because it's his turn.
Yeah.
And that's just going to happen.
It is what it is. We're just supposed to accept
why
it.
are we going to bitch about it?
Right.
And meanwhile, as teams have less and less money to pay the left tackle, you're going to see weekends where there were 86 sacks. And if there are 86 sacks every weekend, we're going to be losing a quarterback a week. We're going to lose quarterbacks on the regular. If these dudes are getting hit this often, every week will be another $50 million dude down.
Yeah.
So we're either going to continue and let the market take care of itself, where finally GMs go, just like running backs, quarterbacks are done after 5 years. They're getting sacked 4 times a game because, well, I'm paying them all this money and I can't afford to go get an offensive line. So we can go that route and go, well, the market will take care of itself, just like it did with running backs.
See, the thing, yeah. So,
or separate them out and just go, quarterback is just different. What in this league, the way it matters, we're going to just, their money won't affect anybody else's money. It'll affect the owner's money, but it won't be part of the general cap.
Well, what's happened, Rob, is it's put more pressure on you on draft day. Because, like, if you have a quarterback that you feel like at some point I don't have to give him $50 million a year, you cannot miss on your rookie deals.
No,
you can't miss on your rookie deals. So that's what's going on. And if you look around at some of these teams, again, that's why the Bengals, they're under the gun now. They paid Burrow. I'm sure Jamar Chase is going to be coming up. Boyd Higgins, all these guys are going to be coming up, and they haven't capitalized. If you have not won a title with your rookie deals, or you're not going to go Rams and just pay everybody and worry about it later, your window going to close pretty damn quick.
And the funny thing is, they're already feeling the ramifications of this salary before it even really hit.
Right.
He just signed the deal. He's missed nearly 6 weeks of training camp with that calf injury. He got blitzed to death the first week.
Because they know he couldn't move.
Yes.
Smart on the on the Browns defensive coordinator. They knew he couldn't move.
39% of his dropbacks, he was facing more than the average contingent of rushers, and he responded with a career worst performance.
82 yards passing.
So that's one quarterback that got paid. And we're already seeing, look, man, we got issues.
I wasn't overly impressed with what I saw from Kellen Moore and Justin Herbert. The Miami game overly impressed from considering what I thought in my mind. And I guess that's my fault because I'm like, oh, well, look what he did with Dak Prescott. What is he going to do with Justin Herbert? In the first week, it was okay. It was all right.
What's
But
their head
did
coach's
they
name?
lose Mike Williams in that game?
Yeah, for a little while. They thought it was
Yeah,
worse than it was.
okay.
I have Mike on one of my teams, so
Okay.
they thought he was out and he came back.
Okay.
But yeah, they did lose him for a quarter
I
and a half.
thought Herbert was going to do what Tua did.
What's their head coach's name?
Mike McDaniel. Wait.
No.
Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley is the reason.
I don't, there's sometimes where I scratch my head and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. I don't get at all how he kept his job.
I don't
last
either.
year.
And watching the game. See, last weekend, I'm a red zone guy. So when teams are scoring, obviously they're going to be front and center on red zone. And
Right.
that game had a lot of buckets. So I watched that game a lot. And watching on the majority of the plays and the play calling, well, I'm not upset with the play calling per se. They scored a lot of points. It felt like there was an anchor and it was him. And there's an issue there.
Well, damn it. Hold on, Kellen Moore. Now wait just a darn minute, Kellen Moore. Now I'm looking at this box, Rob. I'm looking at Mr. Kellen Moore, who we said just don't run the ball enough. He let some dude named Joshua Kelly carry the ball 16 times. He let Austin Eckler carry it 16 times.
Well,
and then he gave it to Keenan Allen twice. He gave it to Gerald Everett once. They ran the ball 32, 37, 38. They ran the ball 39 times.
Like it's that Miami. It was a sieve. There was how many points were scored in the game? 70 points? Yeah, everybody moved the ball.
No, I'm saying he ran the ball 39
because
times.
it was easy. It wasn't like he was we are a running team. No, it was just like a
But
draw.
I was told
picks up
Kellen
12
Moore don't
yards,
run the
so
ball.
It wasn't about that. I didn't get the sense. See, even watching on Red Zone, which I didn't get to see all the game. I just got to see it.
I got
but
you.
from what I watched, they didn't stop them doing anything. It wasn't like, well, we're really going to trick them with a draw. No, they were getting 12 yards gash plays consistently, air and ground. So I don't give Kellen any great credit for going, I'm going to run the football. It was a defense in Miami that was letting them do whatever the hell they wanted.
But if I got Miami scoring 36 points, I don't expect that to be a game where I run the ball 40 times.
Well, they load 34 points on the board. It just didn't look like it mattered. Like that Miami didn't give a damn. They weren't going to stop them. They just wanted the ball back.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So run the ball, pick up 15, throw the ball, pick up 16.
And then you have Mike McDaniels on the other end where we think he's a running type coach. They only ran the ball 20 times in Miami.
They're
Strange game.
They're waiting on the return of the Aggie speedster, Devin A-Chain.
A-Chain, baby.
To add yet one more 4'1", 40 guy.
Oh, why not?
I mean, that's the fastest offense I've literally ever witnessed.
Yeah. What did Waddle do? What did Waddle do? Because, I mean, I know my man
He had a
Tyreek,
decent game. I have him. Everybody did good.
4 catches, 78 yards.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you're in Miami's offense and they're picking up 500 yards a game, everybody's scoring some fantasy points. Everybody coming through there. Every one of them feeling pretty good about themselves. Every one of them wakes up on Monday with a stat that tells them to feel good and not worry about the pain. If you're waking up dealing with pain, I want you to call my friends at Arasti. Arasti providers all around San Antonio are here to fix you, to deal with the kind of painful things that so many of us just live with. If you're dealing with a really sore knee, if you got lower back issues, maybe it's plantar fasciitis, or if you're dealing with muscle tension, you're dealing with something that just grabs you in the middle of the shoulder blades and wraps around and puts you right in the nose. You know what I'm talking about. Arasti can fix that. See, Arasti providers, they're highly trained medical experts that are there to do just that, to get you out of a pain in ways that you might not be, well, accustomed to. Because it doesn't involve pills to hide the pain. It doesn't involve surgery to prolong. We're talking about a medical professional getting in and getting the job done. It's your body's maximum healing potential being utilized. They find out where the problem is, fix the problem, the pain goes away. It's amazing how that works. I've had lower back issues my entire adult life. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly it came at me. I didn't know when it was even coming, and it would grab me and my back would seize up and I'd be on my back for 3 weeks minimum. I went to Arasti for the first time about 6 years ago with that problem. Not only did it get me back in the game in about 2, but they taught me how to get back in the game without them. Think about that. Call a Rossi today. When you call them, you're never going to need a referral. And when you walk in, they're going to accept most insurances. Write the number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. 1-800-404-6050. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Rossi providers are here to get you fixed. Going to be thanking me later. The 8 o'clock hour is going to be chock full of goodness, and we're going to close out this hour with a little bit of cowboy talk. Can they pitch out another shutout? We want to hear from you. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's football season, and what goes better with football than beer, wine, liquor, and cigars? That's right, Texas Cheer Liquor, 9 different locations. Check them all out at texascheerliquor.com, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, kbb.com.
$10 says your local Staples now accepts Amazon returns. $10 says you can make those returns at Staples 7 days a week. $10 says you'll get in and out fast and easy. $10 says when you make an Amazon return at Staples, you'll get $10 off your Staples purchase of $30 or more. $10 says it's pretty cool to get $10 to spend on something you want just for returning something you don't. $10 says Staples will be your new favorite place for Amazon returns. $10 says you knew I was going to say $10 says. Offer good in store only. Exclusions apply.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters has a smoking hot deal. Purchase any Mother's Window Tint, car stereo, remote start, or car alarm and get a 1-month free membership to the CFL Smoke Shop's private Amsterdam Club, located next to Mother's on 281 North. Enjoy your gummies in comfort while you get your windows tinted with any one of our high-quality, fully guaranteed films to stop the blazing hot summer sun from burning up you and your car's interior. MothersWindowTint.com with stores in San Antonio and Austin. Follow us on Facebook. Add a professional layer of security to your car with our remote start car alarm combo. Make your car go thump, thump, thump. Mother thump with one of our subwoofers, stereos, backup cameras, name brands, and expert installation. Remember, do it at Mother's and save!
If you're headed to the game at the Dome Friday, pregame with the Blitz at Matic McMurphy's, 420 East Houston Street.
Amazing specials and features from Carbach Brewing Company, Hopadillo, Love Street, and all your favorite Carbach beers.
Friday at Matic McMurphy's at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
While interest rates are skyrocketing everywhere else, Diamonds Direct comes to the rescue. Now for a limited time, get 0% interest for 5 years on anything and everything. Now through October 1st, you get Diamonds Direct's incredible value price and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of 0.0%. Nothing's held back. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets. At a time when you need it most, Diamonds Direct steps up for the best offer in the nation. Don't miss it. Get details, showroom hours, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. On Proof Credit.
Here is a proverb for today from the Hebrew Scriptures. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. How often does something go from bad to worse because someone doesn't stop talking? There's a story about the spiritual habits guru, Dallas Willard, where he was engaged in a conversation with someone who was beginning to get a little angry. This person said some unkind things to Dallas, who did not respond. Later, he was asked why, and he replied, "I am practicing the discipline of not having the last word." There is so much wisdom in learning how to not make things worse. How much of a bad moment, how many bridges burned, how much hurt is related to the last thing said? That last thing you can't unsay. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. It's okay not to have the last word. and it might make reconciliation not necessary. This is Mark Absher with the MacArthur Park Church of Christ. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader Boys legend? Stop by the H-E-B in McCreeless Market, located at 4100 South New Braunfels Avenue in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturday, September 23rd. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by H-E-B.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Aggies. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Dallas Cowboys receiver Brandon Cooks didn't practice yesterday, but Coach Mike McCarthy said, quote, he does have a chance to play versus the Jets. Also, the Houston Texans injury bug continues. Receiver Noah Brown and Hassan Ridgeway both placed on IR. And it's Thursday night football tonight. Vikings head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Kickoff is set for 17. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star at 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Normally the other way in transition to the left hand slap. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a small Friday edition. No mind and brake lights. We'll get you where you're going. He's Rudy, I'm Rob. Busy hour. Raul Marquez is going to be here in about 30 minutes. We're getting ready for a big triple header fight down at the Techport tomorrow night with San Antonio's own Ramon Cardenas going in there, taking on Rafael Pedroza. That's just one of the new generation fights going on tomorrow night down at the Techport. Marquez will talk that. We got Charlo Alvarez coming up in a couple of weeks, and we'll get ready for the fight game with one of our favorites. You know, Raul lives in Houston, so
he does?
He's kind of plugged into the Texas stuff. Great interview. First and foremost, though, Dallas Cowboys pitched a shutout. They have yet to be scored on in the 2023-24 season. 6 sacks, and when you think about the idea of what a shutout is and how rare it is,
how difficult it is,
and the NFL, you just don't see it. But when we talk about numbers like we did in the last segment, where you got quarterbacks under duress 30% of the time, and there's 86 sacks and 12 quarterbacks throwing for under 200 yards, the likelihood of shutouts has just greatly increased.
Yeah.
It's just
but
the fact is,
because even like it's not really increased because Pittsburgh was awful and they found a way to score 7.
Well, see,
they were awful,
but scoring way down, offensive production way down, the shortest in the air pass rate we have seen since they even started keeping track of the numbers at 6 yards. I mean, the deep game is gone.
Which is weird.
So the possibility of a shutout, of a lightning strike 80-yard bomb to, salvage a 40-7 shellacking.
You know why that's weird? And it's just it sucks being Dak Prescott. Because a few years back, everybody was on him. He can't throw the deep ball. Now it's just gone. But when Dak couldn't do it, now that he's finally gotten better, Dak's finally gotten better at throwing the deep ball. Now everybody says, "Oh, it's done. We're not doing that anymore." Like what? We made the huge deal of this just 3 years ago. He's got to get better at the deep ball. He finally does, and now we're it's going to go away. We're going to give quick short passes in the Tex Coast offense.
Now,
appreciate it.
And his performance was one of those under 200. I mean, it wasn't like he did anything extraordinary.
Hell,
but
he didn't get the ball much.
It was driving rain, and they handed the ball off over and over. So we're not looking for a comeback game from him. I mean, 40-0.
Right.
But the fact is, Burrow, Daniel Jones, Pat Mahomes, Justin Fields is in
oh
an
my God,
entirely
don't,
different category.
Don't.
That what we saw Sunday was, I don't even call that professional football. I don't know what that was. But of those that suffered, who's most likely to kind of find their way back?
I gotta go with Burrow, right? Like, there's nowhere to fall.
The problem is
Burrow, it can't get any worse than 82 yards.
Well, don't we know that if you send 7 dudes, they're only going to block 4 of them? I mean, how many times was he? They blitzed him 39% of the time, and it worked. He's 82 yards.
They play the Ravens, right? In Cincinnati.
That is not a prescription for high flying offense.
Chicago has to go to Tampa Bay. Look, I don't think it's going to get any better for Fields anytime soon. They're talking about benching Chase Claypool. He ain't blocking. He ain't out there trying.
Well, I'll tell you what'll cure what ails you.
What's that?
The Arizona Cardinals defense.
So you think Daniel Jones will have the best bounce back?
Have a day. I do. I think that you get your ass kicked like they did. This has probably been a pretty difficult week of practice. I wouldn't want to be the Cardinals on Sunday.
They did almost beat Washington.
Yeah, they almost.
What does that
Washington.
mean?
Yeah.
Right? What does that even mean?
So I think that I think Danny Dimes is going to have a day, and it might be combined running yards because there's nobody there to catch it. But I think the quickest rebound is the team that we just saw get more embarrassed than any other team.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. What about Pickett? Because preseason Pickett is what I started calling him in the middle of the game last week, Rob, because it's like, in the preseason, we were going on and on about, Tommy Two Gloves and all of this stuff. Like, oh, man, wow, look how great he looks. And then he gets out there against, well, in fairness to him, he gets out there against San Francisco.
See,
and it goes to the toilet.
That's kind of it, though, for me. They got pantsed as bad as the Giants did. I mean, the 49ers rolled into Pittsburgh and just beat the snot out of them.
Yeah,
they really did. But they did manage to score.
They have so we got a doubleheader Monday night. Pittsburgh plays Cleveland, and Carolina plays the Saints. That Monday night doubleheader crap.
And Cleveland, I mean, you made them mad, and
I don't know what to
they
think.
Destroyed in the Battle of Ohio. I would say this. When I think the Cowboys never get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to just about everything.
Right.
And the Steelers always get the benefit of the doubt because of Tomlin.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Isn't there a reason for that?
Yeah, it's Tomlin. But this time, I don't know if I give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure how good Pittsburgh is. But I don't know because the 49ers are so good.
That's what I'm going to say.
So I don't know.
But 30-7?
It was
in Pittsburgh.
It was as bad as the Giant game.
I felt like the Cowboys and the 49ers both played like two teams that got something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like especially with the 49ers, because they had 2 QBs go down in the NFC Championship game. The Cowboys feel like, damn, man, we've come up short twice against San Francisco. We got something to prove. I feel like both of those teams came out and played with they played at a different speed than everybody else, than the rest of the league. When I look around the league, yeah, I mean, I like what Miami did, but the aggression and the tenacity and the pace that the Cowboys and 49ers played at was a little bit different than the rest of the league. They both look like they're both teams look like they're on a mission.
Should we legitimately expect that kind of game tonight? Well, we've got 2 teams. This is not a heavyweight match, but this is the semifinals in some sort of, big tournament.
I can see it from Philly because I feel like Jalen Hurts is one of those guys. Because, Coach's son, Nick Saban. I mean, he's always had a chip on his shoulder. The league count him out. I don't know if Minnesota has that makeup. I don't. When I look at
Minnesota or Cousins, you're talking about.
Attitude reflect leadership. Attitude reflect leadership. So
are you talking about Minnesota? Or are you talking about Cousins?
I'm talking about Kevin O'Connell. I'm talking about their head coach, Kevin O'Connell. I'm talking about their quarterback.
Okay.
I'm talking about their star receiver, Justin Jefferson.
You like that? I think you're talking about Kirk Cousins. I think you're talking about the solar-powered, front-running, I'm not going to hurt you, never going to help you quarterback that Kirk Cousins is.
It's kind of it's not a go through the motions type thing, but I don't ever feel like like, look, yes, I've seen Kirk Cousins have great games. I'm not going to sit here and say the man sucks. He's far from a bad quarterback. But what I'm saying is I don't look at Kirk Cousins and watch him play and say, man, Kirk's a dog.
Why not? Why not?
Because it just looks like he's just like, well, hey, we didn't get it done this week.
Well, I'll tell you why not. I mean, he's
No big
awful. He's awful when it matters. I mean, it's indefinable as to why, but he's 11-18 in prime time. He's 2-10 on Monday night, and he's 9-8 on every other game that started when the sun set.
Above 500.
You know what I mean? It defies explanation because he is more than that, though he is exactly that at the same time.
And they're in Philly, and Philly didn't like the way they played. Now, Philly's missing some players, but yeah, no.
What would he be today without
what?
Justin Jefferson?
About where he is right now. I mean, he was pretty good with Adam Thielen.
I guess that's true.
They had some solid outings. I mean, they were a pretty good football team last year up until the Cowboys beat them 40-3. Then after that just came off. Then they get beat up by the Giants in the playoffs. So, I mean, they tried.
Last year, week 2.
Okay.
Vikings lose.
Was it 24-7? Yeah, I thought so. I don't see it being much different. I got Philly all day. I got Philly winning. I don't think it's going to be by 17 points like they did last year. I'll take Minnesota to cover, but I don't think Philly's losing this game tonight. Jalen Hurts is a dog. I expect Jalen Hurts to have a much better game than last week, and he's not going up against Bill Belichick.
No, he's not. Not that Minnesota's awful, but you do expect a bigger output.
Absolutely.
Justin Jefferson, on the other side, only needs 25 receiving yards to get 5,000 for his career.
Already?
It will be his 52nd game. So he's averaging just under 100 yards a game in his career.
Is he the best in the league?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
But
he's better. You really think he's better than Tyreek Hill?
And let's throw Chase in there when he's fully going. The difference is so nominal. I mean, we are really nitpicking when we get to those guys. I mean, we are really nitpicking because, of course, Tyreek Hill is as good as Justin, and of course, Justin.
That's
Jefferson
what I'm saying.
is
Jamar
as
Chase,
good as Tyreek Hill, and of course, Chase is as good as Tyreek. They're all so freaking good.
Where you put CD in?
Right below him. I mean, right. He's
right below him.
Yeah. Well, next. I wouldn't say right.
Maybe he is. I mean, CD had a hell of a year last year.
But when you look at those three, especially last weekend, what did Jefferson had kind of a down day, and he saw out 50 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he was targeted, but it didn't feel like that was this is a convolution of this offensive idea of getting athletes available in space however you can.
Right.
So their availability is now closer to the quarterback. We just said that they're not going deep anymore. So they're getting these guys in space. And when you get Tyreek Hill with nobody within 5 yards, you get Justin Jefferson within nobody within 5 yards, there's 20 coming. You can't, the first two dudes are going to miss. And it's hard to argue with this style of football.
And for the longest, I was like, man, I don't know about Tyreek in 30. But I mean, then there's those nights, those days like last Sunday where it's like, okay, it makes sense. But if it's not correlating into playoff wins, what does it matter?
Therein lies the rub with this offense.
Because I know Devontae Adams is one of the best, but what is he in Las Vegas?
Well,
what is he?
Well, he is just a really good receiver on an average football team. Maybe
they did win. Yeah, they might be better. They beat the Broncos.
The fundamental flaw in this style of offense, where you want to put players in space to make plays, is the closer you get to the ultimate goal of those plays, the touchdown, you lose in space. So the closer you get to that's why there's so many bend but not break. We'll let this offense get to the 30. Hell, we'll take a field goal. We'll live with that. But you're not going to have enough room to get those guys in the open in space the closer you get. And we're seeing that. You're seeing a lot of movement between the 40s.
Yeah, because that's how I got to play. If I'm playing Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson, the best I can do is just keep everything in front
of me. Yeah.
Now, you can't allow them to beat you over the top.
And every now and then you're going to juke through me and you're going to run by me. But I'm going to have somebody staring at you when you catch it every time.
Right.
In front of you. So that's why you look at this style and go, yeah, it's fantastic. But at the end of the day, the Vikings, they got a wide receiver that's going to get 5,000 quicker than anybody else. And they're just a team that we're curious as to, can they even get in or will they even win one playoff game?
Right. I agree with that. Now, Rob, do you trust Biotish and Zach and maybe Tyler Smith, maybe, to handle Quentin Williams and that defensive line who had 11 QB pressures that turned into 3 INTs?
I don't know. Last week showed me absolutely nothing. I haven't seen this offensive line together yet. I don't know. I assume yes. You know what I mean? What I saw last week, I guess if we count that as a real football game for as long as they played, yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, but I wonder. I wonder again. I can't wait for this game 3:25 on Sunday because I want to see if this Jets defense is. I want to see what the hype's about. I did watch them against Buffalo, but I know Buffalo, because of their quarterback, things can get a little bit crazy the way he plays. And now the Jets had a really good defense last year too, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I sat there and watched Joe Flacco and Zach Wilson last year. But I did see every time they played a game, the points were low. So I want to see up close and personal what Dak and the boys do. Now, will they have Brandon Cooks? I don't know.
By the way, if you are just joining us, he did not practice yesterday, a knee issue, and there is growing concern he's not going to be ready.
When did he get hurt? They weren't even on the field.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think, what the hell? I mean, out there in the rain and supposedly the best turf in the league, according to some people. But, yeah, I cannot wait for this. I can't wait to talk to Coach Mike McCarthy tomorrow either and ask him, this is a good test.
We've got another opportunity to practice, but I saw RJ Ochoa tweet out last night. He is concerned, and I think there must be some bounce around there, Frisco. About Brandon Cooks' knee. And there might be some discussion, if you're even close, why play him?
And not only that, but see, the reason why this is big is because Sauce can't guard both, right? He can't guard CD and Cooks, but now Cooks can't go. That changes everything. And then it also, to me, when I said it yesterday, I'm not throwing on that side. I'm going to try to block Quentin Williams, and I don't turn the ball over, and I should beat the Jets. But it's a huge game plan change if you're the Dallas Cowboys and if you're the Jets, if Brandon Cooks can't go.
Will you be surprised if the Jets haven't claimed a quarterback off the wires before we see him on Sunday? I mean, nothing yet.
Well, Salah's swearing up and down Zach's better than we think, and that he's their guy, and they're fine, and I think we're going to be better than y'all giving us credit for. So I'm not going to be shocked. I don't take Robert Saleh for a liar until they get caught in a lie. I didn't take Jerry Jones for a liar either.
Well, we were all.
And then, he lied right to my face about Zach Martin. So until you prove to me that you're a liar, I'm going to consider you telling the truth.
I don't know why people are trying to put an obituary under our team name.
You see? Why are you writing them off, Rob? You wrote them off already. You think that they're going to not only lose, you think they're going to lose by 9.5.
Yeah, I do.
No way.
I do. 9.5 over the Jets?
They're not beating the Jets by 10 points. No, absolutely not. They're going to beat them. I'll take the Cowboys to win.
So you think it's going to be close?
No.
Well, under 10 is close.
7 ain't close.
Yeah, it is. That's one score game. Close. That's a one score game. That's close. That's a one
I think a
close
game. I think a field goal is close to me. That's close. A touchdown, that's not close.
How? Tell me how. How do the Jets keep up with the Cowboys? What's the prescription for Zach Wilson in this offense?
Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook.
Run the ball.
Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook. And they're and keep containing Dak's offense. Because you give Zach Wilson and them enough possessions. If it's going to be a defensive battle, that means both quarterbacks are going to get ample opportunities, right?
No, I think it'd be the other way, that both quarterbacks are under duress. I think if you give both quarterbacks time, I mean, there's still Garrett Wilson out there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think it'll be a lot of punts. A lot of punting.
And that falls in. So you think that falls under the side of the Jets? That's a benefit to them.
Yeah, because the Cowboys have the better offense.
Is it because you're not sure about the offense, or you think the Jets defense is that good? Because I don't see it like that at all. I see this.
I see it a little bit of both.
Because I don't see how this offense scores.
Which one, the Jets?
Yeah, I don't see.
So you
how
got
they
the Cowboys
maintain.
pitching another shutout?
Shutouts? No, that's crazy to. But I would say the likelihood of that is a lot greater today than it was when Aaron was playing quarterback.
Oh no, you weren't shutting out Aaron, but the plays. This is why you got to be scared for the Jets. If you're being honest, the 4 plays Aaron was out there, he was
running for his life.
I'm like, damn, he was only out there 4 plays, and he was scrambling on 2 of them, and one of them he got sacked and tore his Achilles. So, but I think Zach's a little bit more mobile. Made some, again, 14-21, $141 pick, 1 TD. I don't think that's bad now, but now you got to consider the opponent. I don't think Buffalo's defense is what the Cowboys' defense is.
I think he got a game ball. He deserved all the credit. That's not the Zach Wilson I thought we would see, given the situation that he was in. But this is a big ask, man. This is a big ask.
You put that K. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, a big ask for who?
For Zach to go into Dallas on a 3:30 primetime game, being thrust into the spotlight, going against a team that not just beat, decimated an offense last week. Decimated. And then you got an offensive line that looked just about as bad against lesser competition. And to say, well, I think we'll be within 9. Oh, man, that's a huge ask. How do they do it? 6'5", 6'3", 7'7", self-scout, as McCarthy says. And I think you're right. I think run the football. But I even think that's going to work.
Now, Dak was 13 of 24. So now, while we didn't see much of him, he did throw 24 passes, had only 13 completions to 11 incompletions.
Yeah,
Rob.
It wasn't pretty.
It was 72 quarterback rating. It wasn't that good, but he was throwing a wet ball.
See, they were all quick. Well, what was the quick?
He was throwing a wet ball.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So what I'm saying is, even though it was wet,
and the rain plan, whatever the hell that is,
the best thing that the Cowboys can hope for is Tony Pollard has a good game. Because I don't know, man. From what I'm told by the experts, this Jets defense is the real deal. And you gotta deal with that monster from Alabama and Quentin Williams down there in the middle.
See, that's the one takeaway that I do believe, heart and soul, from Hard Knocks, is Quentin Williams is an utter destroyer in the middle of the line.
But I like what I saw from the offensive line last
I'm taking
because keep in
nothing
mind
away
the
from
Giants.
the
What's the Giants defense tackle got paid? He's
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
Dexter Lawrence is a dog
No,
too.
you're right.
And I thought they did a great job on him.
I think they did too. All I know from that I could take away, I always joke about the Hard Knocks, is you can edit enough film to make it tell a story in any way you want it to be told if you edit it right. And I think they edited it to make Aaron look like a much nicer, wonderful guy than he really is.
Right.
But I don't think you could disguise the fact what Quentin did during camp and the video that I saw. This guy,
he's
is
a monster.
different. This is different. He is worth every penny, and it will affect the Cowboys offense. If they don't game plan for him specifically, it will affect him. Raul Marquez is just around the corner. We're going to talk some fights as the Techport plays host to a triple header coming up. And, of course, Alvarez and Charlo just 2 weeks away, and Alvarez. We'll talk with Marquez about that. But first,
when you need someone you can rely on to help with your purchase or rental and are looking for outstanding customer service, the guys and gals at Ewald Kubota are committed to serving you. Make Ewald Kubota your one-stop shop for equipment, whether it's sales, whether it's parts, rental, and service. And don't forget the discounts on the Kubota 40 and under 40 horsepower tractors, $1,500 off with the L3902. Also, they have fantastic deals on all kinds of implements for under 40 horsepower, like your grapples and your post hole diggers. Also, if you need to dig up a tree of some sort because it's hanging in your neighbor's yard, get yourself that Intimidator. Yes, it's an amazing product. This is a good time to service your mowers as well. It's about time, we got some rain this morning. Maybe that yard's about to start getting out of hand. The more rain we get, you need to upgrade. And Ewald Kubota has all kinds of Kubota zero-turn mowers and the stand-ons. That's the Ewald Kubota, from the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas for 75 years. Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
We're just a couple of weeks away from playing golf. The tournament's set for October the 2nd, Monday, at the beautiful Olympia Hills Golf Course. We'll be firing that gun at 9 a.m. Rudy and I will be broadcasting live. We want you to be there. We're running out of space. Seriously, we expect to be full by Friday. If you haven't signed up, you need to do it today. You can go to sasportstar.com for all the details you require. If you're alone, we can find a spot for you. But if you can find some foursome, you'll find $80. Hey, call your boss. It's a corporate write-up. They'll write it off. Call your boss today. Get it all taken care of and come out and celebrate with us, with all friends of like mind. We want to thank Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chonkla Flight by Yingling, Twin Peaks Renewal by Anderson, Meritage Homes, just to bring in a few to celebrate with us on that Monday. And the post-party Blitz will be out at Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar to have a fine time, and all of it benefiting the good folks over at the Lupus Foundation of America. Go to sasportstar.com right now. Get yourself signed up. Hey, we are a fight town, and Rudy and I, we talk the game when it matters, and it matters tomorrow night. Triple header coming, San Antonio's own fight, and let's talk with a world champion, the Diamond Raul Marquez, coming next. You're on R&R. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Take your betting game to the legal status. That's right. I know you probably feel like, hey, you know what? I think Philly covers. Or no, Philly didn't look good. I like the Vikings. Well, check it out at betus.com. That's right. It's the sportsbook and casino that only Rob and I endorse. That's right. They're celebrating 30th year of sports betting services with a special offer this football season. They're going to give you up to 30 risk-free bets. And if you're new to BetUS, you're going to get 125% sign-up bonus. Who gives you money to sign up? That's right. Rob's had money sitting over there since last season, just sitting there waiting on him. Head of the game already. And that's right. If you're a crypto guy or gal, they're going to give you 200% crypto sign-up bonus and 250% casino bonus. But the thing about it is when you're getting a little bit of action, it makes the game so much more exciting. You got to watch it till the fourth quarter. But what makes it even better at betus.com is the live in-game betting. Don't wait. Take advantage of the 30th year offer with up to 30 risk-free bets. Visit betus.com or call 1-800-MY-BETUS. That's 1-800-692-3887. That's MyBetUS, the sportsbook and casino where the game begins.
Here's what's on tap tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Vikings and Eagles battle it out beginning tonight at 6:30. Presented by Yingling Traditional Lager and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are one of the boldest, protein-packed and low-carb snacks out there. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, you'll want to stock up on Southern Recipe small batch at your local H-E-B. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Find your flavor at southernrecipesmallbatch.com. It's football season and the Roo Pub is kicking off their 10-year anniversary party. Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch a game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College football, pro football, the games are on at the Roo. Aggie fans, every game will be on with sound. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Celebrating 10 years, the Roo Pub next to the Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
SA Card House is San Antonio's premier card house. That's right. All of my poker playing listeners tuning in, SA Card House is a must visit. It's a beautiful atmosphere. It's clean, it's inviting, and it's top-notch customer service from the time you walk in the door. It brings a completely new vibe to card houses in San Antonio, offering games for all skill levels. That's what I love so much about it. Whether you're just like me, you're kind of learning, trying to find your way, or you're a pro, SA Card House is the place for you. They're located off of 281 North and Bitters. They have a full bar and grill attached. Yes, Foster's Bar and Grill. I've had everything on that menu, and everything on that menu is fantastic. And all the way through September 30th, they're going to be celebrating their 6-year anniversary by giving you over $270,000 in cash and prizes. That's right, SA Card House. Visit them today at sacardhouse.com. That's SA Card House at Bitters at 281.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying implements. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/disclaimers for full disclaimer.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, for 75 years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Exergen is the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. As children return, them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a fast, non-invasive, and clinically accurate thermometer. Exergen provides all of that and is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure temperature accurately with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at Uma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, two of the most exciting offenses in the NFL match up when the Minnesota Vikings take on the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Vikings and the Eagles tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Every business seeks an advantage, whether it's having the best location, hiring top talent, or spotting trends before they happen. And now, the United States Postal Service can give your business a new advantage. Introducing USPS Ground Advantage. Reliable and affordable 2 to 5 day package shipping. It's the advantage you need at the price you want. Get the Ground Advantage at USPS.com/advantage. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best barbecue in San Antonio. Tailgating or game watching? Build your own barbecue group pack with sliced brisket, turkey, pork loin, or meats of your choice, and all the classic barbecue sides. And let Smoky Mo's take care of the food while you cheer for the team. Early kickoff? Make everyone happy with Smoky Mo's breakfast taco boxes for a crowd. This season, we'd love to see you at our 7 Smoky Mo's locations, or order for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBBQ.com.
Hello. My name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. In the short amount of time I have to talk to you, I want you to remember 2 things. First, if you or a family member is injured in an auto collision, remember, you need to call an attorney as soon as you can after the collision. I don't have enough time to tell you the many, many reasons why, but trust me, the earlier you contact an attorney, the better. Second, when you call is as important as who you call. I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've been representing people injured in motor vehicle and trucking collisions for 28 years. Each placed their trust in me to do everything it takes to attain a just and fair recovery and to get honest, trustworthy legal advice. You can trust me to do the same for you. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400 or at my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning to all.
It's R&R in the morning, a Thursday edition. Aren't you glad you're with us now? Tomorrow night, San Antonio's own Ramon Cardenas is getting into one of his bigger fights, the biggest yet. He's getting ready to take on Rafael Pedroza, the WBA Continental Latin American Super Bantamweight Championship. It's a 10-round Super Bantamweight fight. It's going on Showbox The New Generation, but you can watch it live down at our beautiful Boeing Center out at Techport. You know where it is. The fight's going on. Raul Marquez joining us. He of Showbox, he the world champ, he of Houston, sitting in with us now. Morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. How's it going, guys? It's always great to be in San Antonio. It's always been a fight town, and I got a lot of memories from being here in San Antonio back in when I used to train here, have training camp here. As a matter of fact, I had my pro debut here in San Antonio after the Olympics.
Wow. What's your best memory, bro, of San Antonio? You say you got some fond memories. What one stands out? That one, your debut here?
Well, I used to have a training camp here back in the days with Lou Duva. We used to train at a gym right there by the Market Square. I forgot the name of the gym, but the late Joe Sousa used to run that gym. He was a cut man. And Pernell Whitaker, all the big-time fighters, Evander Holyfield, David Tuo, Andrew Galata. We all used to have camp here. Arturo Gatti, the late Arturo Gatti. We all used to train together, and it's a lot of good memories that I remember from back in those days.
We loved watching you as you came through back in the 90s and 2000s. Now, Chato Martinez is the boxing club that Cardenas is a member of. 27 years old, finally coming together. Tell us about him and what we could expect from Pedrosa, who's a hard-earned title holder himself.
Well, Pedrosa, he's from Panama, and he's undefeated. This is his first time fighting outside of the United States. And, sometimes fighters like that, you don't know what to expect, but because, they get nervous. It's their first time fighting out of the country. All his fights have been in Panama. But I think Pedrosa is a very good fighter. He's a very good technical fighter. He's got a really good jab, and he knows how to manage distance very well. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, and that's what people want to see. Cardenas, he's hungry. He's got the hometown advantage, and, people are going to be cheering for him. And this is a big opportunity for him to be fighting on a big stage on Showbox, especially the main event. I know this is I believe his 9th fight fighting here in San Antonio. And I know he's excited and he wants to win for his fans, and that's what he's looking to do.
Bro, so much goes into making a guy a star when you're talking about combat sports. We'll stick to specifically boxing. How do you know when it's the guy? Because there's so much that goes into it. One, is he really good? You got to be good, But number two, I think as big as any sport, I think people got to tune in to want to see you lose, because that's a part of the draw. How do you know when you've gotten your hands on a star when you're over there at Showbox The New Generation?
Well, we've seen so many fighters go through this series. I know Showbox has developed over 90 world champions that have gone through here and went on to become world champions. Yeah. And I think, besides skill, a fighter being skillful and, being an exciting fighter, I'd like to see how they take the pressure, especially someone like Cardenas that is fighting, under the lights. He's fighting the main event here in his hometown. A lot of fighters, they don't know how to take the pressure. We had fighters in here come in and freeze. They just don't know how to. They don't perform to their fullest because the cameras, the lights, the whole atmosphere gets to them. But when you have a fighter that knows how to deal with that and has exceptional skills and all that, then I think that's the fighter that's going to go a long way and be a future superstar, because a lot of it is being able to take that pressure. Besides being skillful and knowing how to fight really good, but being a good fighter, I think a fighter that cannot take the pressure from the fans and the lights and the cameras, being on a big stage, if you can't deal with that, then you're not going to go nowhere. But the fighter that could do that is the guy that's going to go further.
Raul Marquez joining us here on San Antonio Sports Star. The fight tomorrow night at the Techport. It's a triple header, and while Cardenas leads one of the featured bouts, there's another heavyweight bout that I'm really interested in. Argentine Micar Cuello taking on Rudy Garcia out of LA. Tell us about the heavyweights.
Well, two undefeated guys. I mean, Cuello is 13-0 with one draw, two knockouts, and then you got Rudy Garcia, who's 12-0 with 11 knockouts. And you know how they say somebody's O has got to go, so I'm sure they don't want to lose that O. So that's gonna be an exciting fight too.
You know, the build-up this weekend, we're heading toward one of the fights that we've been looking forward to for quite some time here in 2 weeks, as Canelo taking on Charlo in a couple of weeks. Thoughts on the camps, and as we get closer and closer, what are you seeing?
Well, I was there for the press conference when they did it in New York City, and you know, Charlo, the Charlo twins. I've known them, and you know, they're from Houston, so I know those guys since they were little. And I've always admired their work ethic. I remember when I was, you know, Ronnie Shields used to train me there at Willie Savannah's gym, and I would see those young kids, the twins, you know, they would always come back after tournaments, and I would see their work ethic, how, you know, they wanted to learn and they wanted to get better. And now, you know, he's, you know, Jamal is in a big fight, you know, the biggest fight of his career, moving up 2 weight classes. You know, he's daring to be great against the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, who might not be in his prime, but he's still a hell of a fighter. He's still a really good fighter. And I think Canelo is, you know, he's really getting up for this fight. He hasn't looked that great in the past couple of fights, perhaps not motivated. You know, he had a hand injury. But I see he's taking this fight very serious, working. He's got training camp at Lake Tahoe. Up in the high altitude. Right. I saw he sparred 14 rounds the other day, 4-minute rounds. So he's taking this fight very serious. And for Charlo, man, it's a hell of an opportunity to make history. You know, he's moving up 2 weight divisions, you know, from 154 to 168. Obviously, you know, he Canelo's the more solid guy at the weight class at 168. But Charlo, he's still a big guy. You know, he's always been a big guy. I think he walks around like 180, 185.
Easy.
I see him more like a middleweight. Yeah, I see him more like a middleweight, moving up to super middleweight. He's gonna have to box. I mean, he's the smart. At the end of the day, he's the smaller guy. Canelo's more. He's been there at 168. He even fought Bivol at light heavyweight. So you know, Canelo's solid. He's a strong. You know, he's strong. He got the power. I think Charlo's gonna have to box. When he fought Castaño, I don't know if you saw the fights when he fought Castaño. He fought him twice. He's got to fight like he fought Castaño times 10. You know, he's got to be really on his toes. He's got to. I wouldn't trade too much with Canelo. I think he's got to box him and use his jab, use his strength and move. That's the kind of style he's got to fight if he wants to win the fight.
Real quick, as far as putting weight on and carrying it, how much did you weigh when you beat Mullings?
That was a junior middleweight at 154.
154.
154. But I was a guy that I didn't usually go up too much in weight. You know, like maybe fight night, I was probably weighing like 160, 162. A lot of guys, they weigh in and they gain a lot of weight the next day. They gain like 15, 20 pounds. So, and I think Canelo is one of those guys that, you know, he could come in at 168 and once he gets in the ring, he's close, you know, maybe 180, 182. But like I said, Charlo, he's a big guy. When they were doing the face-off, if you saw them, you really don't see the difference because, I mean, Charlo's he's tall. He's got the height and reach advantage. And Canelo, he's shorter, but he's stocky. And like I said, he hits hard. He's been at 168 for a long time, and he's a powerful guy. And I really think he's motivated to win this fight. You know, just by seeing you know, where he's training at in high altitude and his work ethic and, you know, going many rounds. But for Charlo, I mean, he's trying to create history, man. Something that not a lot of fighters have done.
It'll be tough. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yes, it's going to be a tough fight.
Now,
that's what it's about.
Now, Ramon, Ramon's signature win was here at the Dome, but I've been out to Techport a couple times now. And there's nothing against the Dome, Ro, but for this type of vibe, the intimacy and like the crowd kind of on top of you, I kind of prefer the Techport for boxing, unless we need 65,000 seats. I prefer
it's a great venue.
I prefer the Techport, that vibe, because I think the fighters. I'm just looking from a fighter standpoint. Like if I'm struggling And I'm a little bit tired. I'm taking it being a little bit, and the crowd kind of gets behind me. I can feel it a little bit more at the tech port.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, especially I agree. Sometimes fighters they fight off the emotions of the crowd.
Right.
And I think if anybody's gonna need the crowd, it's gonna be Cardenas.
Right.
Ramon Cardenas, because he's a shorter guy. I mean, Pedrosa's got a 5-inch height advantage. He's got the reach and height advantage. So obviously Cardenas is gonna have to work himself inside. He's got to take that jab away, and one way or another, he's gonna have to make the fight an in fight. And I think by the emotion of the crowd, I'm sure the crowd's gonna be cheering him on. It's a smaller place. It'll be louder. It's San Antonio. I know the fight. San Antonio is a big fight town, big fight crowd. Everybody's gonna be pumped up. Everybody's gonna be cheering for him. So I think the crowd can help. In this instance, sometimes the crowd cannot help you because you got to maybe box and stay from the outside. But for Cardenas, I think the crowd is going to help him and motivate him to get inside and make it a toe-to-toe battle, because that's what he's got to do sooner or later, because the Panamanian guy, Pedrosa, he's going to try to box him and stay on the outside, keep everything long. That's his fight. So I look forward to it. I think it's a big opportunity for the hometown guy, and I know the San Antonio's behind them because San Antonio's always been behind their fighters.
Right.
And, it's always been a big fight town, man. I love San Antonio.
We are excited to have you on. You'll be on the call tomorrow. You're on with Brian, right? Brian Campbell tomorrow?
Brian Campbell and the legendary Barry Tompkins and Steve Farhood.
That's Showbox for you.
Yes.
They're coming to San Antonio. It's tomorrow night. Fiesta Mexicana, Pedrosa, Cardenas. You want to go? It's going on. Tomorrow's 16. I didn't even put it all together. It's happening tomorrow at our tech port. And as the champ just said, we're a fight town. We know our fighters. We know talent. Let's go back one of our own, Cardenas, tomorrow night. Hey, thanks for stopping by, champ. It is always a pleasure catching up with you. A great call tomorrow night. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Raul Marquez, the Diamond, right here on San Antonio Sports Star. We're a fight town, and I love when I hear world champs reflect on our city because we know what we're talking about. We foster our fighters. Go see Cardenas get busy tomorrow night.
And I know, I'm serious. Techport is like, again, when I was doing the Davies thing, really great venue, man. I love that venue. Again, it's really intimate. They're on top of you, but it still feels like a real venue, so I can't wait.
You've been a ring announcer. You're like an insider now. You're on the other side of that velvet rope.
Yeah, man. It's a little nerve-wracking to start, but then I settled in after a couple of tequilas. No one.
A little bit of liquid courage never hurt anybody.
Yeah, my wife.
You know where you can get your tequila?
I do know where
would you go? A man of your stature and ilk.
If I was in town and, I'm looking for somewhere I need a couple bottles, I'd probably go to Texas Cheer
Me
Liquor.
too.
You know what I mean? Why not? I mean, I know, look, every now and then you want to hit the bar. I get it. Every now and then you want to go out on the town. I get it. But sometimes you want to just sit at home and have a barbecue and have the guys over or have the girls over. And when you do that, you got to provide the libations, and Texas Cheer Liquor provides it for you. They stock shelves with the latest and greatest in craft brews, premium spirits, and top shelf allocated bourbons, smooth tequilas, and everything in between, making Texas Cheer Liquor your ultimate destination for all of your liquor needs. It is a family-owned business that understands the importance of quality and customer service. That's why the knowledgeable and friendly staff are always on hand to provide expert advice to help you find the perfect bottle for any location. And they offer online ordering and delivery options. I know since COVID, a lot of y'all don't like to leave the house. Texas Cheer Liquor has you covered. So whether you're planning that backyard barbecue, a little fantasy cookout, a dinner party, or just looking to unwind after a long day, Texas Cheer Liquor got you covered. Visit Texas Cheer Liquor today and experience the best selection and service in the Lone Star State. TexasCheerLiquor.com, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
I watched a Netflix special
Which
a
one?
little bit last night, and it's right up my alley. It's about us. I think it's called Spy Ops. It doesn't really matter.
I saw on my algorithm, it has Bin Laden as a picture.
Part of that. So part of it, when I watched one of the about the that first entrance into Afghanistan right after 9/11.
Okay.
And then after that, then they handed it off after they kind of won the country. They needed some help from the 12 horsemen.
Oh, yeah.
So they brought up the 12 horsemen, and I thought Texas Cheer and the bourbon. And I've met those
12
cats.
strong, baby.
So the 12 strong, and I watched that again. So Texas Cheer liquor for all of your absolute liquor needs. Just after 8 o'clock, Jane Slater was on the Blitz yesterday. Brought up a really valuable point regarding Dak Prescott, his place in this new Texas Coast West Coast offense as we go through contract talks. Also, Micah front and center there. We're going to hear from the head coach of your Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy. He's going to reflect on his former quarterback. Has he talked to Aaron? What are the thoughts on getting ready to go against a guy that, or the fact that he won't be able to go against the guy that he says he's good friends with?
Yeah, we'll see. Whatever. I don't believe him.
And what are the chances?
I'm kidding. I believe him. Hey, man.
Last year, well, before we go on that, remember when he went to Green Bay last year? He had the best. He got his ass kicked.
He had a haircut.
But man, he had a good time.
Trench coat. He was excited to get to Green Bay. And remember, that was the most animated on the sideline that I had ever seen. So if you think he's not down a bit, again, he's, oh, yeah, I called Aaron. We went through a lot together. Blah, blah, blah. Woo, woo, woo. But if you think for 1 second he didn't want to go out there, yeah, look at that outfit from last year, Rob. He had on that kind of the Vince Lombardi vibe.
He did. He totally went Vince Lombardi. I had not put that together.
Yeah, he's down a bit. He wanted to beat Aaron on Sunday because Aaron got the better of him last year. So he did want to. Now, Zach Wilson, but he can't fall into that because then the team does.
No.
Attitude reflect leadership. Remember the Titans, Rob. Remember the Titans.
When you let's say this was week 5.
I'm listening.
And the Cowboys were worst case 4-1, but won a couple games, finding their depth. Like things were cooking.
Okay.
The defense was everything. The offense, this West Coast thing was moving. And the Jets were also had Aaron Rodgers for a couple of games, and it was working for him. And then he suddenly disappeared. Would that be different in your preparation after weeks? I don't think it really is.
True. When you break it down like that, I don't think there's any different. Then not only that, the diagnosis coming out Tuesday morning helps.
It gave you
a lot of time. Like, cause let's say it was an ankle, you got to prepare for both. Then you see what I'm saying? Like, I got to prepare for Aaron, but I got to also prepare for Zach. So at least by Tuesday morning, they knew, okay, let's go get all of Zach Wilson's tape. Dan Quinn, you go handle that. I got to worry about Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner. You got it. We know who we're facing. So the fact that it was this big, significant of an injury probably helped your preparation this week.
I think the timing was perfect, and there's the appropriate fear involved as well, because you also got a chance to see that defense go at it. Now, as we get ready for tonight's game, it's going to be a busy weekend around the Star. Now, our normal Friday night game ain't going to happen.
No.
There was a lightning-induced delay around San Antonio last Friday night. So UIL rules, you can't play more than 2 games in 1 week. So that means you got to move the games to Saturday, which means our game will be Saturday. The Johnson Jaguars traveling to take on the Churchill Chargers. We get our broadcast going at 10:30, our pregame going right there at 11. That's San Antonio Sports Stars High School football gal, as we say around the building, game of the week, as we say it on the microphone. It's energized by Hill Electric, Frostbank, and brought to you by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Mother's Window Tint, NCE General Contractors, the Sports Institute at TSA OG Orthopedics, and some good old Smoky Moe's barbecue. You're setting your alarm on Saturday, going to do some high school football.
Yeah, trust me. When you wake up at 3:30, you don't need an alarm for an 11 o'clock game.
That is a true story. That's mid-afternoon, man.
We already started a nap by 11.
The day.
We've already been asleep twice by 11. No.
I don't know if I'm proud of that or sad.
I don't either.
I know that my dad's awfully proud to know that I get up long before he does.
That's an accomplishment.
You know what I mean?
There's certain people at certain ages where if you wake up before them, you're doing pretty good.
Did I miss something yesterday on the Blitz? Did I miss something between Joe and Pledge regarding Golden Tee?
So
was there something that happened?
So Slackers is doing a Golden Tee tournament on the 28th, and I think Spence said it'd be a good idea, to have the 2 best golfers on the station go at it on Golden Tee.
I'm better than you at Golden Tee. This is more about your game on the field versus your game on the game.
Well, see, Pledger's already proven he's better than Joe on the real game.
Yeah.
He kicked
that
Joe's
goes
ass.
without
Yeah, he
saying,
kicked Joe's ass. Like, and Joe plays every day.
And I say that faithfully as the worst golfer in this building.
Yeah, Joe plays every day and got beat by Pledger. It's pretty
There
embarrassing,
was that.
actually.
It's kind of humiliating. He even had his white belt on, and it didn't help.
But both of them are really cocky and very confident in themselves. So this is going to be real. Both are hyper competitive. Neither guy's going to back down. And I don't remember what station it was on, but it used to be, they did like a special on Golden Tee gambling guy. Like there's big money on Golden Tee tournaments and stuff. Like this thing sells out. This Slackers Golden Tee tournament sells out every year. Every year they do it. Like Golden Tee guy is a serious son of a gun that you don't want no problems with.
Because a good day will cost you about $30 a quarter.
But not only that, like
that tells you how long I played.
Golden Tee, you could get Tommy John from trying to sling that ball.
Or the little skin pinch where it would grab your skin if you weren't adequately greased up from whatever bar food you were using. That would pinch your skin. I used to play a fair amount of Golden Tee.
You got to have
back in the day.
You can't drink and play Golden Tee because you end up with $100 tab. Golden Tee ain't cheap.
It is a way to keep you around. And here, while Golden Tee, I thought there was something that had gone back and forth between.
No.
So they're going to be playing. The Blitz is going to be live out at Slackers September the 28th. And I'm assuming it's the North Star location.
I would think
yes,
that's the North Star location. Yeah.
So there's going to be the Golden Tee tournament going on. At the same time, our two guys are going to have their own tournament
now,
and you're going to have a chance to win a team of 4 to our fall golf classic. And keep in mind, we expect. Oh no, I'm just going to tell you, by the 28th, we're going to be sold out. So these are going to
holding a spot.
Yeah, we're holding. There'll be a spot available because you're going to call probably tomorrow. You're going to go online probably tomorrow and see we're sold out, and we're just going to point you toward this.
Yeah.
If you want to go, you're going to have to be
go win the Golden
Tee win it
tournament.
at the Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. So it'll be a chance to win your team of 4. That's a
nice
$400 value to you and me. If you come out and play, and we also have some tickets to the WWE SmackDown that's coming to our fair city. So this
is this tournament's kind of a big deal. So I'm thinking that's about $1,000 worth of prizes.
Yeah, and keep in mind that's the Thursday before the tournament Monday.
Right.
So you're going to be thinking, rats. I would have used another word.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up, and now I don't have anything to do on Monday, but I can play a hell of a Golden Tee game. This is your chance.
Good luck.
Good luck.
We wish you well.
Hey, coming back, let's talk about them Cowboys. Is Dak's importance slowly waning with this brand new offense? Will Micah take all of his money? And is Brandon Cooks going to limp into the game on Sunday? So many questions and just a few answers coming around the corner. We're talking Cowboys. You better not go nowhere. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1. San Antonio's Sports Star. As we talk Cowboys, as we talk NFL, you got to talk about the lines, right? And if you're playing the lines, you better be at betus.com. They're my book. They're my only book. It's the only book I endorse. In fact, I just wrapped a parlay up just about an hour ago, taking advantage of my winnings from last week. And I feel comfortable enough to make this 3-day parlay bet, including 2 of my favorite teams, because I did it under the Bet Protect. If it goes south, I'm kind of safe. See, that's one of those things that you'll have available to you if you go sign up right now at betus.com. We call it Bet Protect. You got 30 bets. Go find out. It's a safer way to dive in. And when you make those bets, you could very well be using their money, not yours. When you sign up for the first time, there are tremendous bonuses for coming in. You deposit 100, they'll give you 125 to play with it. That's called 125% sign-up bonus. You bring crypto, it's double that. Now, why would I endorse just one book? It's because I trust them. At the end of the day, I know when I win, they pay me. And if there's a special to be had, if there's a promotion to be had, I get it. So how do you sign up? Go to mybetus.com or give them a call. 1-800-MyBetUS. It's either way. You talk, they type, or go to the website, get yourself signed up, get your money transferred, take advantage of all the free bets and all the free money. If you're a casino bettor, if you like the live games in there, blackjack and the like, yes, they've got it. If you like the prop bets, of course they've got it, but you got to go see it. That's betus.com. They're my book. Make them yours. Call them today. Get yourself signed up. Play with that free money. Use that Bet Protect, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offer. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car.
Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Imagine getting an impressive cash offer on your home and then selling it for more. Yeah, that happens all the time with Orchard. Getting paid more than you thought is Orchard's goal, even in this market. It's simple. Orchard sells homes faster and for more money, with the majority of homes selling in under 30 days. That's right, under 30 days. And Orchard handles everything, including paint, repair, list, and showing your home. And they'll make your listing stand out with price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost to you. And here's my favorite part. You just relax as Orchard and their expert agents do all the work, bringing buyers to you by prepping and promoting your home. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Let Orchard help maximize your sale price. Look, with so many companies trying to lowball you, Orchard works hard to get you top dollar. Want to sell your home for more? I sure would. Learn how to maximize your sale price and get a free valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters, has a smoking hot deal. Purchase any Mother's Window Tint, car stereo, remote start, or car alarm and get a 1 month free membership to the CFL Smoke Shop's private Amsterdam Club, located next to Mother's on 281 North. Enjoy your gummies in comfort while you get your windows tinted with any one of our high quality, fully guaranteed films to stop the blazing hot summer sun from burning up you and your car's interior. MothersWindowTint.com, with stores in San Antonio and Austin. Follow us on Facebook. Add a professional layer of security to your car with our remote start car alarm combo. Make your car go thump, thump, thump. Other thump with one of our subwoofers, stereos, backup cameras, name brands, and expert installation. Remember, do it at Mothers and save!
Gomez Law Firm has been taking care of the people of San Antonio for almost 50 years, the leader in personal injury law. Jose, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
We do ride-sharing cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
We've been around for almost 50 years, and we're not going anywhere.
Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10, plus 2 times O-Rewards points. See your O'Reilly Auto Parts store for details or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
21 Days of Beauty. 21 days with daily beauty steals of up to 50% off. 21 days of Slay. 21 days of Yay. 21 days of are you kidding me right now? Beauty's biggest event is on now till September 16th at Ulta Beauty. Discover irresistible deals on must-have brands like IT Cosmetics and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, new launches from Pat McGrath Labs. Shop in store, online, or pick up today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, your new home for the Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at noon.
Sports Center.
Wide receiver Brandon Cooks didn't practice yesterday due to knee injury, but, quote, has a chance to play, according to head coach Mike McCarthy. Injury bug has ravaged the Texans going back to preseason. Wide receiver Noah Brown and D-tackle Hassan Ridgeway both placed on IR. And those Rangers smoked the Blue Jays yesterday to win their 5th straight. But tonight, Thursday Night Football, Philly, Vikings, 6:30 pregame on San Antonio Sports Star.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up, wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. Rudy J, Rob Thompson, Edwin Hafner taking you all the way till 9 o'clock, the beginning of a full sporting day. It's going to be a great blitz this afternoon, as good as this show is. You know, it's us. Blitz got to go get guests. I mean, we go get world champs. I thank Raul Marquez for stopping by. They go get the general manager and talent acquirer of the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones, is going to be there today with them. They also get the saddest man in the world, Mike Greenberg. He will join them today.
Mr. ESPN. Been there since 96.
Mr. JETS, Jets, as he'll come and join them.
I saw some video, Greeny. People were like, he had the guys over from the Get Up in his massive man cave. And it got bad.
The sadness was utterly beautiful. Hey,
I last longer than Aaron Rodgers. And that's saying a lot.
There we go. On a different note, James Slater joined the Blitz yesterday.
Oh, they get Jane Slater too?
Yeah, they get Jane Slater.
Good Lord. Yeah, and they get to play Golden Tee?
They're going to play. Well, we're going to be playing Golden Tee too, and we can drink while we're doing it.
Good point.
She joined the Blitz yesterday and brought us something pretty interesting. And we've talked so much in the offseason about McCarthy taking over the offense, yada, 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 shoddy, West Coast, Tex Coast, whatever we want to call it, this new offense, taking away some of the responsibilities for Dak so he can focus on things that matter. And that's what we want. Well, listen to Jane Slater talk about this transition to this new offense with Dak's responsibilities, if not lessened, certainly changed, and how this goes into contract negotiations and Micah Parsons in this big old knot.
And I think what's even more interesting, I was talking to somebody about this week. What are they going to do now with the Dak Prescott? Like, I think Dak's the guy. I just want to go on record and say, I think Dak's the guy. I think Dak will get you there. But if you've got a championship level defense and you are able to say to Dak, well, look what the defense is getting done. I think Micah Parsons is going to get most of the pie. I think he can literally say, here's a blank check, write it. But with Dak, I just wonder if they have Dak do less and less. I think that more than the Trey Lance thing is going to be a bit of leverage for them during contract negotiations. That's just my personal opinion. But in talking to somebody, they seem to think the same way. Like, this team went from being offensive minded for so many years and it didn't seem to work for them to now all of a sudden being defensive minded. And I think that's really fascinating, the way that we're looking at this team right now and the direction that it's had. I mean, look at all the deals that got done this summer.
Yep.
They were really defensive minded.
That's fascinating. James Slater of NFL Network and joining the Blitz yesterday.
I asked Todd Archer Monday, like, hey, you know, Burrow got paid, Herbert got paid, so with Dak. Obviously, I mean, when I asked, I probably should have phrased it better. Obviously didn't think it would happen in season, but you never know with Jerry. But when we're even going into the offseason, no matter how the season turns out, are you ready to invest in Dak like they've invested in Joe? Now, Justin Herbert hasn't done anything either, okay? Done nothing, but Justin Herbert is not had a broken leg, is not now over 30. You know, they pay you in the NFL for what you do going forward. Regardless how this season turns out, Rob, are you comfortable giving him a Joe Burrow contract?
Yeah.
Right? It's just, wow, you just go falling in line with where we are.
I don't have an alternative yet.
Because quarterbacks, you can literally play till you're 40. I mean, obviously now you might tear your Achilles, but you can play till you're 40. Joe Burrow's at 55 a year, Herbert 52, Lamar Jackson 52, Jalen Hurts 51, Russell Wilson 48. And at some point, Patrick Mahomes will be at 60. So we'll flip-flop that. But you want to pay Dak Prescott $55 million a year and Micah Parsons 40.
Yeah. You know,
That's $95 million a year between two players, Rob.
Back in 1992, I bought my first house.
I'm listening.
For $95,000.
Dude, what a steal. What's that house worth today? About $400?
Well, it was downtown. It was a refurb.
Oh, yeah, it's about $4. It's worth about $450 now.
It certainly gained in value.
Yeah.
And then I bought another house, and that house cost about twice that much.
Fair.
Then I bought another house, and it cost about twice that much. It's inflation, man. I look at that house now when I drive by it, and I spent under $100,000 for that house. And I look at Dak Prescott, and I go, you know, we paid that guy rookie money, and he's really not that different now than he was with rookie money.
Where is Dak at? Dak's at 40 right now, and he's 11. He's tied for 11th.
I
don't know, man.
Like, general managers have just accepted the fact that it costs more to go buy restaurant food than it used to. And it's harder to find more good service than it used to. Quarterbacks cost more than they used to, and even the bad ones are expensive. And it is life. Now, until we get to the agreement that we all quietly reached on running backs, where we had that secret text that went around that says nobody paid any more quarterback or running back money, until we get there, this is going to continue. I mean, I
see. The thing is, though, I think I'm good at 40. Like, I'll negotiate. I'll extend you, but I'm not going up to $55 million. I'm not. There's no way. I got to give Micah 35.
So with that in mind, you
that
have
55 and 35. That's $90 million between two players. I can't do that.
I agree. If you decide that you can't do it, you got 1 year. You got 1 year, because you heard Slater say Jerry and Steven, who will be on the Blitz today, are just going to hand Micah Parsons' agent a blank check and say, tell me what it's going to take.
Rightfully so. He's 26, 25, 24. Hell, might be 23. I can't remember what he is. He ain't 25. So, no.
I've still got to pay the wide receiver. And CeeDee Lamb, I think.
I don't have to.
I don't have to, but I still expect to.
I am, but I don't have to.
I still expect to.
And everybody else is under contract.
Either Dak is a 1 year, 2-digit midget, just about done, or I got to pay him. There's no in between. It's not like
there is an in between.
What's that?
Trey Lance.
Well, then Dak is gone. What I'm saying is he's either paid long term or he's gone, and it's going to happen in 1 year, because you can't have this contract currently with Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. And a new contract.
No, you can.
No, you can't.
You can.
Well, you're waving goodbye to 5 other dudes.
Because, I mean, Nick Bosa just got paid, and the way they drool over Purdy, at some point they're gonna give him 50-something, right?
At some point, we'll worry about that bridge when we cross it. The Cowboys have reached the bridge.
This
is it.
You're less than 5 miles out.
Yes, I'm getting
less than 5 miles out.
The bridge is here. You got
Terrence
1
Steele
year.
Just got paid. Diggs just got paid.
And now you're going to have to come and write the largest check any defensive player has ever gotten in the history of mankind.
Yeah, he's going to get more than Nick.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm not comfortable. Like, and this is why I agree with Jane in this sense. I do agree with Jane that even though it's wrong and it's messed up, because I've proven that when I do have responsibilities, I have the number one offense. It's not just my fault that we lose in the playoffs. It's a lot more that goes into it. If I'm being Dak's agent right now, but it is jacked up, but it is going to happen that they're going to tell Dak and his agent to their face, dude, we hung our hat on our defense. We took all your responsibilities away. You only averaged 225 yards passing this season. How can I justify giving you $55 million, Dak? And I don't think that's right. But I think that's how it goes down. This is big boy negotiations, and Jane Slater is dead right. If it continues, he's not gonna stay at 154 yards passing. Okay, that's just not realistic. But they are taking stuff off of his plate, and they will use it in contract negotiations, which is dirty pool. It's super dirty pool, but I get it.
Yeah, it's dirty pool. But
It's dirty pool.
But every pool game's dirty if we go by that. I mean, that's just how this works.
Right.
But okay, so we're talking about a year. Does he have a year to prove it? To earn it in your mind?
Okay, let me ask you this, Rob. I guess I hate answering a question with the question, but let me ask you this. Let's say it's his worst statistical year, but they win it all. Do I still got to pay him 50?
Penny. Yeah, he gets paid every penny.
Even though it's his worst statistical year.
I think we can safely assume that if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, that, yeah, he gets paid. I say that, but everything that we're talking about points us in a different direction. Everything we're talking about it, because not only do we have a change in offensive philosophy, which takes away some of the responsibility, and with less responsibility, the more replaceable you become, just because you don't have to do as much. Right? We've been told over and over, a lot of the stuff that you were doing before, you're not doing anymore. It's not your responsibility. Biotis is handling all the line calls. You don't have to do crap about that. And all the wide receivers and all the tight ends, they can count in their head how many steps it is and when they turn and when the ball's going to be there. This is that new timing thing, which we assumed they were always doing, but they've begun this really, facing it this year. So with every one of these new, I use quotes on that, new ideas, it makes Dak more and more replaceable. Because if you're going on the timing thing, well, every quarterback can get that timing in. If you're going on usage rates, well, we talk about running the ball at a more appropriate pace. That's less. We're doing everything to find another guy in case you don't come in for less. That's the activity level.
Yeah.
Now, with that, are the Cowboys today, September the 16th, 1-0, a defense first mentality football team?
Is the defense the better side? Yes.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I know. I'm dodging the question.
Right, because
gosh, Rob, like, why would I bring in Brandon Cooks? No, I think they're 50-50. I think the defense is, I think it's 50-50. I think you're paying Tony Pollard $10 million. You didn't let him walk. You brought in Brandon Cooks, you're paying him 12.
You paid your lineman.
You paid your lineman. No, that's not a team that showed. Yes, did a bunch of guys get paid on the defense side? Yes, because they're cheaper. But at the same time, like, I did help out the offense. I am letting Mike McCarthy do his thing. So, no, I think it's a 50-50 thing.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying they're a defensive-minded team. That's where Jane Slater and I disagree.
Should they be? Given where your talent lies, given where your production has been.
I'll go 60-40 in this sense. Throw the ball into the second row of the stadium and let the defense get on the field and take care of us. Now you're going to play field position. A lot less turnover-worthy plays. We saw at the end of the half against the Giants, they were in full command of that game. Full command. They could have just said, hey, you know what? We're in full command of this game. Let's try something crazy. It's 3rd and 10. The clock's running down. You're about to get the ball back. Mike McCarthy runs the ball. So that right there kind of lets you know where the mindset is. So I'll go 60-40 then. You've changed my mind. It's a 60% defense. Like, hey, let them get us the ball back. Let them put us in good field position, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. But at the same time, there's going to be games where we blow this thing wide open on offense as well. So I'll go 60-40 defensive-minded team.
Is that the way that they win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
They need more? Should it be 70-30?
No. Don't do Dak like Rex Grossman or Peyton Manning's last year. He's not that. He's not that, Rob. He ain't that bad. Like, come on now. Dak has done some great things in this league.
So at 60-40, they win a playoff game. They do what we hoped. They get to the NFC Championship game. They don't lead the league in offense, but they lead the league in defense. They get turnovers again. Dak has a perfectly mundane average performance during the regular season and loses to San Francisco. Again, you go into contract negotiations. Here we sit. I want $50 million. What does Steven say?
I'm planting my flag as this was going to happen. Dak will not get paid until Trey Lance fails at training camp. He's not getting paid until we see what I cannot wait. Like, again, we have Army-Navy coming up. We have a Las Vegas Super Bowl trip coming up. I can't wait to get to Cowboys training camp. We had no drama this year. Next year, Trey Lance, a year learning this offense and then coming into training camp. Dak can't go into training camp next year throwing 3-4 interceptions and coming off of a loss in the playoffs. He will not get paid until they say, okay, Trey Lance ain't the guy. We only cost us a 4th-round pick. Here's $50 million, Dak. That he ain't getting paid until they know they have nothing in Trey. If there's some there with Trey Lance, Dak will not be a Dallas Cowboy after next season.
Next season, not this season.
This after this season.
Because you're going to have to pay Micah before the beginning of next season. You're going to have to. I don't think you can do that.
If there's some there and Trey picks up this offense and he's clicking and clacking and clickety and clacking and spickety spacking in training camp, move over, Dak. I got other people to pay and you haven't done, especially if they don't win at all, which they probably won't.
In just a minute, I want to talk about a quarterback that did get paid and could possibly, as we have on our rundown, moonwalk, and Jalen Hurts. But before we do, there is some news regarding Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, already
dealing with a knee. Didn't practice yesterday. What does that do to this game plan against a very good defense?
Let's see, CD. You want Devontae Adams money? You want Tyreek Hill money? You want Cooper Kupp money? I give you Sauce Gardner.
I mean, this is
go do it against Sauce. Go do it against Sauce, CD. Go do it against Sauce if you want that Devontae money. You want that Tyreek money. Go do it against Sauce Gardner. Huh? How about it?
That matters. It matters.
I can't wait. I'm looking for, as crazy as it sounds, I would have much rather have Aaron Rodgers because I wouldn't be out of $20. But I'm going to lose $20 because the Cowboys are going to win this game. But I can't wait to see this defense against Mike McCarthy. I want to see what Mike McCarthy got in his bag.
Because we were told that we got
nothing. He said, I dumbed it down. Why would I give him anything? Yeah. I want to see what Mike got in his bag. Let's see. Tony Pollard. Can you run between the tackles with Big Q Dub?
Will it involve more than Kevontae Turner running the ball?
Turpin ain't scoring on the Jets from the 5.
Yeah, that was bold move, my brother. Hey, I don't know what will happen in the game. I know where you should be watching. You should be heading over to Twin Peaks tonight and watch all that will be offered to you, because when the NFL's on, you know you can catch it live at Twin Peaks. And if you're a Cowboy fan, check this out. They're giving away epic Cowboy jerseys all season long just for catching the games at Twin Peaks. For every boys game for your chance to win, go to your favorite Twin Peaks. Find out all the details from your favorite Twin Peaks girls. That's Cowboys jerseys that are available to you. Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Saturday Night Football, Friday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, whatever football day it is, you know, you got it. And, tomorrow, DAC6, Fiesta time at Twin Peaks. Come celebrate Mexican Independence Day all week long with specials on your favorite tequilas, margaritas, cervezas, all the way through Saturday. That's Twin Peaks, 4 locations waiting on you. 151 and 410 Days of All and I-10 Loopland. And, of course, right on the northeast side in their brand new IKEA locale. Head over to Twin Peaks for all the things you expect. That is, of course, scenic views that we're going to talk about. Well, there's, of course, the scratch-made food that has specials every week. There's, of course, the drinks that are being served in the right capacity. Tomorrow is Bourbon and Brews Day. Go find out for it. The Eat Spectacular, drink spicy, cold. Why do we go? It's become so easy. It's those scenic views. We're almost back. We're going to talk some football tonight. The NFL gumbo is hot. Jalen Hurts is in a situation that I'm not sure he thought he would be in.
Hey, let's see, Jalen.
He stumbled out of the blocks.
A lot of people feel like what Jalen did last year was lightning in a bottle.
The good news is he's not alone. Joe Burrow spent most of the weekend on his back as well. Those quarterbacks that we expected a lot out of, they're going to have to make up for an outing on the last week that was not impressive, and we're going to look forward to a Jalen Hurts.
Kirk Cousins.
Well, I didn't want to say his name. I was looking for a more appropriate solar-powered something kind of thing. We'll come up with it. Can solar-powered Cousins come up and take down a Jalen Hurts? That's a better one.
Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, tight ends Hawkinson and Goddard. It's a game. It's some talent on both sides.
And as Cowboy fans, we know who we should be rooting for. We're talking about it next. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Jets at 2:30 p.m.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20, 10, Pollard. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, kbb.com.
Back to school is on, and Staples has great prices on everything you need for your best year yet. Save on headphones and laptops. Save on notebooks, pens, and all the essentials. Priced low and still in stock. And right now at Staples, 24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each. Plus, select notebooks are just 35 cents each. School on, save on at Staples, where school savings are always in session. Ends 9/16. In-store only. Limit 30.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown. BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel. You've probably heard me talking about Stevens Roofing for a long time now. Summer is here, and that means long, hot days for everyone and everything, including your roof. Did you know our hot Texas sun pounding down on your roof can degrade and age your roof? You need a reliable roofer, and that is Stevens Roofing. They're online at stevensroofing.net, or you can give them a call at 210-785-0994. That's Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The San Antonio Quarterback Club is celebrating their 76th year. If you love football, come to the San Antonio Quarterback Club meetings every Tuesday at 11 a.m. at the Corey Golf Club. The San Antonio Quarterback Club is a proud supporter of Gridiron Heroes Spinal Cord Injury Foundation. And this week's guest speakers are Trinity head coach Jeremy Urban and North Texas head coach Eric Morris. That's Tuesday, 11 to 1 at the Corey Golf Club for lunch and football talk at the San Antonio Quarterback Club. For more information, go to saqbclub.com. If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
If you're headed to the game at the Dome Friday, pregame with the Blitz at Matic McMurphy's, 420 East Houston Street.
Amazing specials and features from Carbach Brewing Company, Hopadillo, Love Street, and all your favorite Carbach beers.
Friday at Matic McMurphy's with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
There we go. Here comes the Sandman,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Adam Sandler.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The I Missed You Tour.
Should we clap along? I'm going to play guitar a little bit for you.
Adam Sandler, live.
Take him away!
AT&T Center, December 7th.
All right, let's lose that. I hate it. Sorry.
Get tickets this Friday at noon at Ticketmaster.com. When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio, powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074 or hill-electric.com.
Experience first-class service at Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio. Shop incredible offers on a large inventory of new and slightly pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, like newly stocked certified 2023 C300 sedans at only $49,991. Plus, see our available low interest rates at mbofsa.com. That's newly stocked certified 2023 C300s for just $49,991. Experience the Mercedes-Benz of San Antonio difference today on San Pedro Avenue. For complete offer details, visit mbofsa.com.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show, every Friday morning at 6:45 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
Do you like a certain amount of chaos?
Conflict is good.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I do. I like healthy chaos. I don't like the BS.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from the Blitz, starting at 2 o'clock today. We are loaded. Stephen Jones will join us at 4:30. We'll help console Jets fan Mike Greenberg. Yep, Greeny. He'll be on at 2:30. Hey, Rob, based on the NBA's new star rest policy, you can take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, I'm valuable. That's proof that I'm a star.
That's proof. If you get load managed, you're a star. If not, you suck.
See, in my day, when the coach said, "Y'all don't have to show up tonight," that kind of meant we don't
you
need
really
you.
suck.
Yeah, we don't need you tonight. In fact, we don't need you ever. So I was probably one of the original load managed athletes. Most of my career, I was load managed. They were saving me for later.
I only had a high school career and I was pretty good, so I was never.
See, I was,
high school I was pretty good. Never played college ball.
That's what I'm gonna tell the kids. I was load managed my entire career.
That's the best way to word it.
They were just prepping me for future stardom that never quite arrived. It was always just 5 days away, like good weather is. Although it kind of sprinkled on me.
We got a little rain. Sprinkle me, man.
Tonight we get to see Jalen Hurts again.
Let's go, Hurts. I'm pulling for Hurts, man. I'm pulling for Hurts. I've never seen so many people want to. I mean, you go all the way back to Alabama. Nick Saban got the guy handing the ball off every freaking time he touches the ball. Tua comes in, he lets him throw it all around the building, and all of a sudden Jalen Hurts sucks. Then he goes to OU, puts up godly numbers, and they say, I don't know. He falls to the second round. He just continues. We just continue to doubt this man at every stop.
But I actively want him to fail.
You should. You're a diehard Cowboy fan. You better want him to fail.
If you love the Eagles so much, why don't you marry him? Jalen Hurts is 18-1 in his last 19 regular season starts. He's won 7 straight. That is a number that you figure will carry on, as Kirk Cousins, Mr. Solar Powered, is 11-18 in primetime games. He's 2-10 on Monday night and 9-8. And as Rudy pointed out, he is over 500 in all the other ones.
9-8 is over 500.
He is 6-4 against the Eagles. Last year they went down in the week 2, just like this week. They lost 24-7 last week. He threw 3 interceptions in that loss last season. His first multi-interception game against them to that point. If Justin Jefferson just catches one ball for 25 yards, he'll reach 5,000 for his career, surpassing and tying Lance Allworth for the fewest games required to reach 5,000.
Did you say he threw 3 picks against Philly last year in that 24-7 loss? Wow.
Yes, he did.
It's hard to throw 3 picks in a game.
You got to
really be trying hard,
or reckless, like we saw Josh Allen, just flat out not caring.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson are looking to redeem themselves for sure. You asked the question of the big time quarterbacks, Joe Burrow included there, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. They all kind of stumbled. None of them look good. Which is the most likelihood of coming back to the pack after getting paid?
It's got to be Burrow, Rob.
Not Hurts.
No, because Hurts, again, 1 for 9 under QB pressures with a pick, but everybody sucks when they have QB pressures. I don't care who you are. But, I mean, Burrow, it can't get worse than 82 yards passing. Not after you just asked them for $55 million a year and they gave it to you. It can't get worse than 82 yards. No, sir. Absolutely not. There's a kid at a 1A school running the wishbone that's going to throw. Army, there was more passing yards in an Army game than what Joe Burrow did last week. No way. Joe Coolidge gets up off the mat this week. Now they're playing the Ravens, who have a decent defense, but hell, I saw C.J. Stroud throw for 250 on them. You know what I mean? So come on now. It's got to be Burrow.
It was a weird weekend for Burrow because, he'd been out all of training camp. They felt like they had to play him. So to protect him, they put him in the shotgun. He was in the shotgun 96% of the time when they were passing the ball. 96% of the time in passing downs, they had him in the shotgun. So as soon as Cleveland saw that, they just bent their ears back and went to town, and they blitzed him 39% of the time. Nobody's seen that before, and he spent most of his time on the backside. So I think film is out. I think you'll see less shotgun as he gets more mobile, further and further away from that. It was a calf, right?
It was calf. And see, the thing about it is, and if you join us every Wednesday around 8:45 when we're joined by Doc Garrett of Veracity, the thing about it, and he's told us this many a time, speaking of Doc Garrett, the calf is tricky because I'm sure today Burrow feels good. Tomorrow he feels good. Saturday you go through the walkthrough, a weird step, and next thing you know, the calf is hurting again. So the calf is so tricky. There is no real rehab for it other than just rest. Honestly, if every game if this was baseball or basketball, he wouldn't be playing. But you only get 17 of these. So you don't really have the ability to be like, let's go with Trevor Siemian or whoever the hell their backup. I don't even know who their backup is. So you don't have that luxury, but he probably shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, this shouldn't, he's never been a mobile dude anyway.
No, what I'm saying, but it didn't look like he could move at all.
He really did not. He really did not.
I didn't know what to take from that. I was like, is Cleveland's defense this good? And I refuse to believe that.
What happened? Well, if he moonwalks, does that moonwalk? That obviously takes the Bengals out. They can't win without him.
No, hell no.
Without him throwing for 5,000, being the MVP type. Now, I want to ask the same question about Jalen Hurts. Let's say Jalen Hurts does come back to the pack and does not have. It wasn't like he was throwing for, the thousands of yards and leading the pack. He was just very, very efficient. And what happens if this efficiency dips? The defense is still solid, but it ain't what it was. He is under a new offensive coordinator, which we need to
really
talk about
that much, right?
If he moonwalks, does that just guarantee an Eagle moonwalk? Or
no. The reason they were who they were is because Jalen Hurts had an MVP season. Now, don't get it twisted. They had 40 sacks on that defensive line, over 40 sacks on that defensive line. It is important. But don't forget Miles Sanders as well. Miles said 1,300 yards walked out, along with your offensive coordinator and Stockton and along with your defense coordinator. So there's been some change up there. So if Hurts isn't at, I don't think he has to win the MVP, but if he's not at an MVP level, they're not better than San Francisco. I don't think they're better than Dallas. I don't think they're better than Dallas if Jalen Hurts moonwalks. I really don't.
The weekend was weird as far as offensive and quarterbacking.
No, quarterbacks suck last week. Let's call it what it is,
Well,
Rob.
did it suck, or was it attacked in a defensive way that can't be stopped? Was week one just a manifestation of a useless preseason where linemen don't practice together and suddenly they're thrown into it? And as a whole, we saw 86 sacks in the opening weekend. That's the most since 2011 when there was 89. It wasn't just sacks either. Passers were pressured 31% of the time on their dropbacks. That's second to week one in the last 15 seasons. The defenses are coming at these quarterbacks in ways that haven't been seen before as you continue to look at this RPO and the manifestations of these mobile running quarterbacks. Defenses are teeing off, man.
Yeah, and McCarthy spoke to this, I want to say, with us in Oxnard, where he said, hey, we know what September football looks like now. What he meant was, I'm only allowed so many padded practices. Even when I'm in pads, I don't want my guys getting hit. And then we're sitting 4 preseason games. So it goes back to what you're saying, Rob. Like, okay, was week one just well, dude, this is really our first game. I mean, Baltimore didn't look crisp. Lamar Jackson didn't play.
Right.
A lot of the guys that didn't play didn't look crisp. So, and like, again, McCarthy spoke to that during training camp. It's just like September is it's not preseason, but it's like getting your bearings. It's like waking up from one of them long naps and you think you late for work, and it is really 9 o'clock at night. That's what a lot of these quarterbacks. Again, 12 quarterbacks, almost half of the league couldn't throw 200 yards in the most pass-friendly.
The rules are set up.
The rules are set up for you to throw 300, even if you play bad.
Now we talk about pressure rate and pass rush win rate when we talk about defensive linemen. And I'm looking at a chart.
That chart, yeah. Tell them about the chart,
that was quantified by ESPN Analytics and NFL Next Gen Stats that has pressure percentage versus pass rush win rate. And when you look at the players around the NFL, the average, the median mean, depending on how you want to look at it, runs about 10% of the time is the pass rush win rate. Very difficult to say. Micah Parsons, since 2021, is running right at a 28% pass rush win rate. The Cowboys as a whole are running at a 38% pass rush win rate. It's the kind of numbers that when you look at the chart and you look at Micah Parsons, it's like he's on a different page. He's doing things twice as good as the rest of the league, not just a little better. It is, you look at a grouping of dots on a chart, and then you look to the right, and way up at the top is Micah Parsons so alone. I've never seen anything like that when we talk about a grouping of 100 dudes.
No, it's not. It's like he's on a different page. He's on a different page. Now, the reason why that's weird, that I see that, Rob, the weird part about it is, how's there no DPOY then?
Not yet.
You know, TJ Watt got him the rookie year, and then Bosa got him last year.
So Worthy,
I don't know how he doesn't have a defensive player of the year.
Well,
if that's the
TJ Watt and that.
But I mean, I'm 15% better than them.
Easily. The
So,
number it
I'm
is
confused.
A crazy number. Now, that doesn't always mean it ends in a sack. That just means he was close to the quarterback and beat the dude that he was on.
But what we saw in week one that's got to be refreshing for you if you're a Cowboy fan is when he couldn't get home, someone else did. Remember, they had 7 sacks. Micah only had 1.
Right.
So that's the refreshing part.
And when we talk about how teams are successful, and you're great at pointing this out, that the winning teams out there have guys that overperform on rookie deals, on early deals. And the Cowboys, we see what the Cowboys have. We know who their studs are. But when we saw what the Cowboys did defensively last week with the help of
Dorrance and
Wanye and guys that weren't supposed to be, that are, they're filling the void that I didn't think that, well, we hoped they would be.
Right.
Do you think those others can continue this?
Only thing that I've heard coming out from the Cowboy camp, and I got to see it week 1, is nobody is really on an individual page. It's a team effort, and I'm not calling them this, but the great thing about the 2000 Ravens was Siragusa didn't care about making the play. Siragusa cared about doing what he had to do to let Ray Lewis do what he had to do. And I think that's where the Cowboys are. At least that's the mindset where they are. And I heard Jane Slater tell the Blitz this as well. Like, hey, man, like these guys are more focused. There's no sunglasses. There's not a whole lot of laughing and joking. Everybody is laser focused. And before we heard Jane Slater say that, you and I got that feeling being there on campus. Like this was Mike McCarthy was more business-like. Micah I don't remember. Only time I saw Micah smile was when he sat down with the pivot guys, and that's because it's Fred Taylor, it's Ryan Clark, you know what I mean? And Channing Crowder. Like there's guys that actually got down in the trenches, so it's a little different. But any other time I saw Micah, it was all business. It was no laughing. It was no joking. And Clarence Hill told us Tuesday, since 1997, he's never seen a player just ruin a training camp for an offense the way Micah Parsons did this past July. So. To me, that's what they're on right now. Them and San Francisco, a much of message you can send in week 1, they sent it. Like, we got a chip on our shoulders. We got something to prove, and we're not. And we coming out pedal to the metal from the gate. It's San Francisco, it's the Cowboys, and it's the Colorado Buffaloes. Not playing no games, taking no prisoners.
Yesterday, the Cowboys got back into practice. Today, Mike McCarthy will talk to the press a little bit about 10:45.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
We expect the Blitz will have everything you need. Don't forget, Stephen Jones will join them today, and they'll give you all you. We're watching really closely a couple of positions. First and foremost, well, they all matter. Safety, is Donovan Wilson going to be back? Yesterday did not practice. Brandon Cooks got a knee issue, did not practice. Tyler Biadasz is still kind of banged up. Biadasz is also, I'm sorry, Biadasz is a little banged up. Smith's still also banged up. So there are some injury issues that are worth paying very close attention to. Make sure you're on the Blitz today, as you'll get the update from those that are actually completely involved. We'll continue looking at the rest of the NFL gumbo in a bit, but I want to tell you real quickly about the Institute for Functional Health. I've been going to see Dr. Torres for the last 6 years now. In fact, I have my annual physical scheduled for a week next Thursday, and it's time for me to step in and an opportunity for me to tell you about what the Institute of Functional Health does above and beyond their wellness programs. They're a full-service medical provider. General practitioners, I'm going to see the doc. I'm going to get my annual physical. They handle that as well. They accept most majors insurance. If you're looking for a new GP for yourself, your family, I would certainly recommend the IFF. They have been taking care of me for quite some time. They do more than the wellness program, but I do want to tell you a little bit about how I got to where I am. I'm sitting today. I expect to walk in to see the doc next week, weighing about 235, 236, if I can maintain where I've been at. That'll put me right at 73 pounds down from the first time I walked into to see Dr. Torres.
Wow.
That is been a slow and steady race. It's not something that has been overnight. I have worked for this. It's something that I had to train myself for, but I could not have done it without Dr. Torres and his staff's just general help. Yes, the principles they apply work. And yes, I understand why they do what they do. And I understand why they put together a program for me that they had never done for anybody ever before, because I'm different. And that's why he's been so successful. Everybody walks in with different reasons and different manifestations of why they have put on weight. And he addresses those along with the standards of why and how you lose weight and maintain that. It works. It works. Trust me. So this is what I want you to do. If you've decided it's time for you to lose weight, if you are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, I want you to go to the website. I want you to go to iffhealth.com and read it. Do your due diligence. Find out the kind of questions they ask, and then I want you to call them. I want you to call them and talk with Dr. Torres. It's a free call. Find out why so many people have been so successful. He'll light a fire, trust me. The number you need is 210-468-1891. Look, it's time. You've made up your mind. Now make that first step. That is what you need to do. Make that call. Talk to Dr. Torres. Change your life. And I know you're going to be thanking me later. All right, so here we sit. The NFL gumbo is hot. We got big games tonight, but all weekend long, a couple things that we want to look at and some trends that are maintaining. Did you know that Tua Tagovailoa has not lost to Bill Belichick in his entire career? That offense last week was the fastest offense I have ever seen.
Don't be caught in the moment.
I'm just telling you.
Don't forget about the Rams. with
Yeah.
with Torrey Holt and Isaac
You're
Bruce and
right.
Marshall Faulk. Don't forget about them now.
Fast. But the rules are different now. You're allowed to do more than you were before. I used to be able to drape myself all over Torrey Holt and not get a penalty. Now I can't even get close to him. And even if I could get close to him, I can't touch him. So I just think that offense against what we saw Belichick do against the Philadelphia offense, that was pretty impressive last year. It might not look like the game of the week of the year, but as far as where Miami is, it matters a lot to Miami.
If the jiu-jitsu worked and he can stay concussion-free, Ryan Clark already pissed him off. Keep my name out your mouth, Ryan Clark. Don't be calling me a thick Atlanta stripper. Was that you know what? Now that I think about it, was that 466? Was that Ryan Clark's fault?
I think so. It might have been.
Should the Chargers be mad at Ryan Clark? But if the jiu-jitsu works and he's concussion-free, good luck beating Miami.
You know, no quarterback has beaten Belichick in his Patriots era 4 straight times.
Wow.
Not one.
Not Peyton.
Not Peyton.
Not Aaron. Not Drew Brees. Not nobody. Tua Tagovailoa is the only one. That's shocking. You keep in mind, he didn't always have Tyreek Hill in all 4 of those games.
And should he win and take his 5th straight, it'll be the most against any quarterback has had against Belichick in any job. And remember, he lost a lot in Cleveland. Neil O'Donnell.
Did you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers QB?
Remember when he was playing at Pittsburgh and Belichick was at Cleveland? Currently has the record for the most wins consecutively against Bill Belichick.
What, like 3?
I'm looking at my BetUS.com lines, and there's one that I really like.
What's that?
Saints-Panthers.
What is the line?
According to what I'm looking at, 3 points. New Orleans -3. Over under at 40. I like the 3. I like it as well. You know, you look at what David Carr did in his Saints debut, 305 yards. Only Saints quarterback to throw for 300 yards in each of their first 2 games with their team was Jim Everett way back when. He did that, and Drew Brees never did.
You talking about Jim Everett, that Jim Rome,
Chrissy
that
Everett.
our San Antonio Sports Jim Rome called Chrissy Everett, and
that
Jim
very
flipped
guy.
the table and tried to kick his ass. That
And
Jim Everett,
that guy who made Jim Rome's career.
He did.
It did.
It did.
Saints are looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 2013 when they started 5-0.
Wow. Drew was there in between there. Drew never started 2-0. Huh.
That's worth waiting for on Monday night. This will be the only time that these two teams have played previously was in 2018, week 15, when the Saints won 12-9 in a game that featured a 50-yard pass from Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers getting a defensive 2-point conversion late and an extra point return.
I want you to give the people a 3-team parlay tomorrow. That's your assignment tomorrow. And you say, hey,
I've already laid it.
Proceed with caution.
I've already made the bet.
Well, we're going to save it for tomorrow.
I'm saving. I'm just telling you, I've already made the bet.
3-team?
It's 3-team. I've wrapped 3. And
tomorrow's going to be a good show.
I have broken a fundamental rule in my life that
want
I
the
don't
Cowboys or
normally
the
bet
Aggies?
on the teams that I love, and I did it on both. I'll tell you how I did it.
But you got to tune in tomorrow.
You got to stay around tomorrow. You want to stay tuned all day today. Let me tell you, the Blitz is going to be busy. Stephen Jones will join them. They'll talk all things Dallas Cowboys. They've got Greeny, who's going to pull himself out of his sadness as he is. I guess, has he gone to the bargaining stage of sadness as you go through the 7 steps to get yourself back? But getting Greeny, that's a real cool. You're going to make sure you want to be hanging around with the Blitz today.
Awesome gift.
What have we learned today?
Well, we learned that we're going to have Mike McCarthy tomorrow.
And I cannot wait. We hope we can find a way to get us some tacos. And we're going to work on that now. Hey, go get yourself signed up for our tournament. We're playing in just a couple of weeks. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's R&R in the morning. Follow Rob at Rob Thompson ESPN and Rudy at RudyJ_star on YouTube. And always at SA Sports Star.